audio consumer. Did you know Feral Audio's got a new survey?
Hey, I am a Feral Audio consumer, even though you're not talking about that, and I didn't know that.
I am talking about that.
Man, we're on a mission to get to know our listeners a little better, and that means you. So basically, these surveys, they kind of help us get information about what you like, right?
I guess so. Your participation in these surveys makes a difference for everyone making podcasts at Feral. It's a super easy way to support the shows you love. So we appreciate you helping out. I mean, I'll say I don't. But that's just me. I don't like the idea of. I don't mind the idea of a survey.
Right.
Please feel free to let someone at Feral know that you wish I lost weight. You can seriously in advance go fuck yourself.
I don't think these are the survey questions.
Okay. No, I imagine it's more like, who are you? Like what if we find out that there's a bunch of asexual listeners,
right.
and that they in particular don't have they don't feel like they have their point of view represented. Like, the great thing about podcasting networks is it's very low overhead to create a podcast. So this survey is a great first step to help us build a better Feral Audio that includes if representation is your jam, or it just your interests.
Are you into football? Would you never, for instance, ever buy a football app if it was advertised to you? Is that not helpful to you?
Right. We can tailor make connections between audiences and and advertising.
This survey is going to exactly help out those kinds of issues, because we don't know you don't like football.
You can find the survey at feralaudio.com/survey. That's feralaudio.com/survey.
You're helping yourselves.
The Feral Audio survey. You'll float too. Hey, fantasy football fans, listen up. If you love fantasy football, then you need to try my new favorite app, Draft. It's weekly fantasy football, but not like the other guys. On Draft, you play real-life snake drafts with other people, just like in your season-long league. Here's how it works. It's a draft that lasts for just 1 week, and there's no management. Just set it and forget it. Once you're done drafting, that's it. No trades, no waiver wire. Draft even takes care of last-minute injuries for you. Drafts start every couple minutes, so you can join one right now. And the best part? Play for cold, hard cash. Drafts start from just $1, so there's a draft for everyone. No salary caps. Play in a real live snake draft, just like you play with your friends in a season-long league. Come and join me on Draft today. Download the app anytime. Just search Draft in your app store and join a game in minutes, or play right from your computer on playdraft.com, whatever you want. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make your first deposit, but you have to use my promo code Harmontown. That's right. Play a real money game for free just for using my promo code Harmontown on your first deposit on Draft. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and come play free with promo code Harmontown. What is fantasy football?
Feral Audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Harmontown, and it is now in session. Please welcome to the stage, Spencer Crittenden. The mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon. I will be guest comptrolling for the lovely, lovely Jeff Davis. I am Brandon Johnson. God bless you.
Thank you, Brandon. How are you?
I'm a little drunk already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got a late start, so we're just up there boozing it up. Sorry, we'll start on time at some point in the future, and if we don't, then we're just late starting on time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have really bad heartburn, and because I just went off of Prilosec, because I went to the doctor. And I said, and he said, how are you feeling? And, I went to I go in for my little checkup, they check the liver, check everything, and
just the liver.
Well, mostly the liver. I'm going for the liver.
Yeah.
And because I don't want to. Well, whatever. I know I'm going to get some kind of cirrhosis or whatever or something, and then people are going to be like, "That's what I just hate that." It's I'm allowed to drink and then die, without it being a. Told you so. It's just fuck you. Wait, so what if I drink my whole life and then it's my liver that kills me? It's like see. I just hate that. I hate how we deal with death. Like we act like it's a disease that, but even worse than that, like that it strikes only those that did something to deserve it. Like you're all gonna die, you fucking pieces of shit. And by the way, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'll believe any shit that you say about medicine the day anyone generates a society where the doctors live on average a day longer than the other people. There's no fucking doctors don't live any longer.
That's
They
right.
know everything, and they die randomly because God made us to kill us. That's our relationship, or we created God to kill us. Keeping things fancy for Brandon, a little more collegiate for the kids. But anyway, but I've been taking Prilosec for like a fucking long enough to have Alzheimer's for sure.
Because if you do die, you don't want to die with heartburn.
Yeah, and also, but then they linked Prilosec to Alzheimer's now, like last year. So the doctor says, "Oh, how you feeling? How you going? You think?" He says at the end of the whole thing, he says, "Is there anything you're worried about?" First of all, you tell me, motherfucker, your job. Like, how fucking fake is this shit? It's like a tarot card reader being like, just think about what's on your mind and also tell me real quick. My job. Oh, well, then that's what that means. And he goes like, "Oh, are you worried about anything?" And I'm like, no, I'm fine. And I'm like, I've been taking Prilosec for like a fucking ever, and should I be doing that? They told me keep taking it because I was fine. And he's like, and I'm like, because I heard it was linked to Alzheimer's, and he's like, yeah, here's the thing. I want you to get off the Prilosec because it causes Alzheimer's. Like, he acted like I said nothing. He just pretended that it was his idea. I was like, what the fuck?
Maybe he heard your impression of him.
Anyway, whatever, man. Is it rude to blow your nose in a restaurant? Is it?
Yes.
But I think I don't mean to ask you a question and then disagree with you, but I think the answer is a case-by-case basis. I think if you can tell, it's going to be audible, like what's in there. I think if
I think no one should ever sneeze.
I think if
I hold in my sneezes, I'd say like 95% of the time, and I'd say it's the right thing to do.
I certainly wish to rip off a thought from Karen and Georgia on My Favorite Murder. They were talking about shout sneezers, people that scream when they people that are just like like stop doing that. That's a choice. Yeah. That's a choice.
Another thing you could do is you could turn a sneeze into a yell where you go
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, man. Nothing is more nerve-wracking than people. No, I mean, the people when they go like, you know, and you're like, God, Jesus Christ, you're killing yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody doing that. Yeah, don't do that for me. Like,
I'm
just
doing
let it out.
But that's part of why you do it.
Because
Because
their eyes are gonna
that's what exactly it. That's the stigma. Like you're gonna get a stroke or something. Wouldn't that be amazing if someone was like, and they just like topple over and their eye turns red? It would be amazing. He was so polite, and then his head exploded.
It killed him. He was a doctor, but he died at 50 because he was a polite doctor. Yeah, well, I don't think I had anything else to say, except I blew my nose in a restaurant at House of Pies today, and I was like, first of all, it's House of Pies, so the bar is lowered, and but then I blew it, and I was like, I bet nobody wanted to hear that, like because it's one thing, there's a nose blow where it just sounds like there's you're just blowing your nose, and then there's nose blows that's like, oh, two things just came out.
I don't know if that should
just hear
be
like the thump, thump. You know, no one wants to hear Foley work like when you're blowing your nose. I think if it's one sound effect of guy blowing his nose on the sound effect record, fine. If it's two sound effects of like grape coming out of a garden hose or something,
it's still a record.
If
In your mind, it's still a sound effect record, which I love.
When I was a kid, they had record albums at the library, and I used to always rent the... I begged my mom, like, can I get this? And she's like, again? It was sound effects record. I would get sound effects records, and I would just sit and listen to them like a fucking asshole.
That shit paid off.
Just like spooky sound effects. I was really into like the occult and stuff. So there was but all year round I would rent Halloween sound effects records. And it would just be like the same shit on every record because they would just be recycled or licensed. It was just like some guy going on a piano, and then like window shutters, and then a cat going. And I would just sit there and fucking stim and listen to it. I gotta be autistic, right? I just like figured out how to start covering it up at like 9 or something. So you can't diagnose me now because I'm like Ben Affleck in The Accountant. I'm like hiding it. No, he's not hiding it. He's like stoked about it. You got to see Ben Affleck in The Accountant. It's amazing. It's so incredible. He's an autistic superhero because his dad was an army man that didn't cotton to autism acceptance, and so trained him to. His dad figured, well, if he doesn't like bright lights and loud sounds, then he should be exposed to more of them, and he should learn to kill. And instead of that guy being the villain, that guy is like the Obi-Wan. He's the reason why instead of just a regular autistic, Ben Affleck is an amazing crime fighter because he's part autistic, part functional soldier. the combination is amazing. He can autistically aim his sniper rifle. It's so fucked up. Like he can calculate how to kill you, and it's really silly and amazing. It's really that and Lucy. Like you want to watch these movies. All bad movies should be as good as that. Lucy's, that's the one where she's using 100% of her brain so she can just start making people float and stuff, right? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I did not see Lucy.
And Morgan Freeman just keeps narrating the whole movie. At 70% of your brain, you can make shit float. And then she just does it, and there's no conflict in the whole movie. She just in the first 10 minutes, there's conflict because she hasn't yet ingested this superhero amount of drugs, and then she becomes a superhero, and the rest of the movie is just her fucking making the city lay down or making a building dance, and then Morgan Freeman's explaining in VO why that's possible, and then she just turns into a computer and flies into the moon or something. But it's great. It's a great movie. All right, let's bring up Rob's Schrab and Corddry. Woo!
The Robs are gesturing to each other to go through the stairs. They went up together at the same time. I'm narrating.
We came up together at the same time.
You know, this is a great live show and a better live stream, but it's also an audio podcast.
Yeah.
To those listeners at home, we did a fantastic bit.
And I narrated
even
it
though no one laughed at it. It was funny in a very subtle way.
I really liked it.
I
really liked what we did. I thought it was
really good.
It was great.
It was really good.
Daniel,
we were on the same page.
Hello.
Come on, Harmon, don't fuck this up.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
The thing's not coming up that's asking me if I want a mirror.
Oh, no.
Why is the mannequin hid behind the dollhouse? Why is it... What?
Nice.
You thought I was the mannequin?
There were people that thought...
That's a compliment. That's a sexy mannequin.
You think I'm that thin?
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
All you could see is the dome. All right. Okay. All right.
And you saw fishnets.
Got it. Okay.
You were like...
You ready, Dan? We've been stalling.
Yeah. So I don't know if, I probably won't do this every I don't know if I'll do it every week.
Make us wait?
I'm experimenting with her. I didn't make you wait for any. Just shut up. It's like I got two Robs up here.
That's a good thing.
There's a fucking point to that. If either of you steps out of line, it's like look to your left.
It's a P. Roblem.
Oh shit!
And I'm someone's dad.
So I got like topics tonight.
It's just like it's like a slide.
This is my mind map. I got entertainment, politics, psychology, art, science, and culture.
Brandon's face is on culture.
Thank you, Brandon, for posing for. For those of you that they're just laughing at the fact that I've got a mind map set up here, but the podcast is still going to be very audio friendly, like so. I don't know that I'll have all Sunday to I talked about heartburn. I didn't talk about Ruby Ridge. I saw a documentary about Ruby Ridge. Do you know anything about that? You ever hear of Ruby Ridge?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
It was like the prequel to Waco that makes you go like, well, why did Waco happen? Why didn't they learn anything? Because it's just like the government was just like, oh, first they entrapped a guy. Like they were worried because there were Nazis in the woods. Like there are people out there, but it's like now I think you watch that and go like, God, the glory days. The fucking remember when the Nazis were in the woods, just running around being Nazis and having like little things, burning things and like dancing and going like, we ought to be in the city and like, I'd love to sing higher with more people. Well, you can't. You got to stay in the woods. Jethro Hitler. But, because now they're in the White House, that it's worse, isn't it? That's worse when they're in the White House.
It's pretty bad.
I always go, when I go back to, I grew up in New England. Whenever I go back there, there's bunkers everywhere, like old cement bunkers from World War II. And it always seems so cute. It's like adorable. Like, oh, look, they thought people were going to attack from the sea. No, it's going to be electronically, you fucking dummies.
Pepe the Frog will be the submarine that...
Gonna hack your Amazon account.
Don't you feel bad for that?
Buy some DVDs.
All right. Well, look.
On your
whatever.
tab.
I mean, so there was this guy that was running around with the Nazis too, but he was really just like he was like a farmer, and like in the 70s, like the farmers got really fucked, and this guy was kind of like he wasn't a big fan of the federal government, and he liked his farming life, and he moved out to the middle of nowhere, and there were Nazis out there, and he kind of made friends with them. And because their cups of sugar were still sweet. They just happened to be Nazis, because there were Nazis there were like feds that were like infiltrating and always trying to like figure out how do we bust these guys. They make us nervous, and so they told this guy it was entrapment. Like they said like, hey, do you think you could saw off some shotguns for us? And he's like, okay, I have a saw. And then they're like, you're under arrest. And he's like, God damn it, no.
This is because I'm a Nazi, right?
This is just because my friends are Nazis, and so he didn't want to go to jail. So then they're like, well, now what are we going to do? He's surrounded by Nazis and has a bunch of sawed-off shotguns. You didn't take the shotguns with you? And so then it just went to fucking shit because the government was trying to figure out how do you walk in and go and like there's kids and there's guns and so they were like creeping around the property all the time for months trying to figure out what to do, and maybe we'll set up a couple more cameras and just watch them a little bit more, and after a while we'll figure out an easy way to do this. And then one time they were creeping around the property and the dog started barking working, and then like 5 minutes later, no one knows what really happened. Everyone's accusing everyone else of being villains, but the dog was dead, a kid was dead, and everyone was freaking the fuck out, and there was a big standoff, and then they had like snipers that were just watching the house, and then like the wife walked out and they just fucking killed her, but the feds didn't know that the wife was dead, so they kept trying to use her to like get the guy to surrender and go like, come on, do it for Margaret. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? She's laying on the kitchen floor. And they're like, we can't hear you, you don't have a loudspeaker. Margaret loves muffins, come on. And he thought they were just fucking with him, like because how do you kill someone and not know? And the answer is government. Anyways, Ruby Ridge, check it out. Google it. It's fun. Is it rude to blow your nose in a restaurant? I guess the answer, what I'm hearing is no.
Ooh,
yes.
Ooh, you had something.
Oh, I had something.
You had something to say. Check it out.
You know what? I think it is if you have cloth napkins. If you're in a nicer restaurant that has taken the time to give you cloth napkins, but I still do it. I'll still blow my nose in those things.
Yeah, I've never done that. That feels like...
Yeah, I know. I don't feel good about it.
Yeah.
But I'll do it. I'll definitely do it.
Yeah.
I found out I'm not sexist because I was at a rap party for a show that I control from above, and one of the writers, who's a lady writer, a waitress, who I respect as a human being, I gave her a job on a show. And her partner, by the way, wrote the show while writing a human being in her belly, because if she needed maternity leave,
double human beings,
get it. But so one of the waitresses at the rap party, she brought her husband, who I've met 1,000 times, and my girlfriend Cody, who's also a waitress, by the way, she met the husband. She started talking. She's like, well, what do you do? And I was like, what does he do? He's married to a writer. That's what he does. And then his job turned out really interesting. It was like he like designs like video games and stuff, and he particularly is designing stuff that has to do with like helping people's neurology that have PTSD and all this stuff. All this interesting stuff that I didn't know because I never saw him as a human being because I'm not sexist. Because I respect writers, not men. And I hate spouses, not women. I'm fucking awesome. Thank you. Well, why don't we check in with the entertainment section here? We've got a lot of... See, I'm so excited. It's like a real show. You guys heard about Piers Morgan today, right? Like he...
No, what happened?
It turned out he doesn't know...
Oh, yeah. I did read that.
He was talking about men this and men that, and men should suck it up, and men
should suck it up,
and then men should suck it up.
Right.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on my fucking balls. Right? And he was like, oh, men this and men that, and then men were tweeting at him and going like, well, fuck you. Why don't you grow up? Like real men know how they feel and talk about their feelings. And then he responded to one of them: is James Bond not a real man then? And the real entertaining thing was like, then for the rest of the day, it was like, you knew something was up because it was like, wait, he doesn't know. But then he was like, oh yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, thanks a lot. I didn't know that. But he responded to every tweet. And it just kept going like, yeah, I didn't know. Thanks for telling me. What? James Bond isn't real? I thought he was real. I was like, you didn't you?
Yeah.
You tweeted 50 times about this. You thought James Bond was real, and you're British. We're allowed to think he's real.
Right. Does he not hang out with G.I. Joe?
So anyways, way to go, you fucking ball sack. I hate Piers Morgan. I guess you're supposed to hate him, and that's bread and circuses or whatever. What is this Adam Ultraberg tagged you?
Well, you're just playing into his trap.
Yeah. That's Adam Goldberg figuring out
that's all he's been doing.
He just keeps tagging tweets because he realized that'll make a drop down happen on the... That's so fucked up. Well, I've got some now. Don't freak out when I say video fines, because you're listening at home and you're chopping your carrots and you're poor and you don't pay
This
for
part of the podcast is going to be terrible for you.
No, it's not. I promise.
Oh.
So, like, for instance, so my girlfriend Cody Heller, like, she does what a lot of people do.
No, does.
She at one point she started following everyone named Cody Heller on Facebook and stuff like that. I do that. I have a couple Dan Harmon friends.
Yeah. No, everyone should do that.
I think it's fun.
You want to find out what you look like if your parents had actually fed you vegetables.
Yeah. I also
I follow a
you
guy
want to find like the better version of you, because if there's like there's a better Brandon Johnson out there, like he's fucking successful and he's handsome, and I'm like, I'll kill this dude.
I follow a guy whose first name is Corddry.
Really?
Yeah. Because his parents were a fan of my, like, distant cousins, who was a journalist for the Washington Post back in the 60s. And he asked Ronald Reagan a question once in the 80s. And they were like, yes, he did. And they named him Corddry. His first name is Corddry. So shout out.
I follow one of the guys I follow on Twitter is Dan Garman. and so when things are real bad, like after the election, I'll just check in with him and go, "What's going on in your universe?" Is it
you're treating it like your parallel
Did Donald Grump get elected? But he's always like, "No, it's the same here. My name's just different than yours. Just your fame doesn't make me an object." Anyways, Cody follows a bunch of Cody Hellers, who are all dudes, basically. Cody's more, I guess, skews more of a dude name. But it's just that the only reason that's important is, but all this is just a random video from YouTube. And if you're listening, you'll hear the audio. The video is simply, we'll tell you what the video is, but the audio is where it's at.
Speaking of hearing the audio, we're going to need to plug in that headphone jack.
Good call, Spencer.
Oh, brother.
Do you follow any Spencers, or are you curious?
No, I think it's a really weird thing to do. Maybe it's because I have a weird name, but yeah.
Are there dicks in this?
No.
Okay, just asking. I think that's a reasonable question.
Context, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you made it a point to say that Codys are usually men.
Oh yeah, well, but I mean, it takes place in a karate dojo, this video, so I guess you could say there's like 50 dicks, but so it's just this video that's posted of this guy Cody Heller's YouTube page, and I guess what it is him, like, I think it's Cody Heller, who I think is maybe a Russian guy or a Polish guy, I don't know, or maybe it's just his karate instructor, whose voice you'll hear in a second is Russian or something. He's speaking English, but with this like Eastern European accent, and he's gonna give Cody Heller, this young man, his purple belt in whatever martial art this is. And the guy is so. This has nothing to do with my girlfriend or her name. It's just like that's how we found this random video, and I was just like so entranced by this. I wanted to share it with people because I'm so confused about this guy and his like. His attitude about giving someone a purple belt, and also what you'll do. Yeah, so just listen to this guy.
Over here training really hard. Yeah, I mean really proud to make him this level right now. His name is Corey. Come here, Corey. Give me this. Awesome. Come here, Corey. Let me hear.
The camera's mostly
Corey, Corey. Me vídeo, Corey. Aê, Corey.
Where is the camera?
It's like a casting porn
I'm just gonna pause it to say it. Yeah. So part of the visual is that this guy, the karate instructor, I guess has a GoPro maybe like nestled in his gi.
It's in between my robe, Corey. Yeah.
I don't think he's being surreptitious. I think he just doesn't. I think he just wanted to. He just doesn't have a harness, or he just.
Oh, I got a harness. I have a saddle and a whip, Corey.
But the one, so really all you're seeing is the inside of a guy's coat, and you just, so if you're chopping carrots and listening to this, you're not missing anything, but except this one thing. He's about to tie the purple belt around Cody. And I don't, does this guy, this guy is either not the instructor or is so focused on the martial arts he's never actually tied a belt before. Like, because he starts to put it on.
Oh my God.
Okay, you've done enough, by the way, belt-wise, as far as I'm concerned, but now he keeps going.
You can't hold them. It's better you can't hold it.
I want to see his face.
You can't.
Weird stuff to the belt.
Yeah. That's just a... And then he hands it off to a guy who just like ties it like a karate belt, and then they hug. Right?
And then they hug.
Yeah. Let's just listen to him again.
His name is Cordy. Come here, Cordy. Come here, Cordy. Let me. Cordy, Cordy. Me filho, Cordy. Aê, Cordy.
It just sounds like he's up to something. Is that like is that an Eastern European stereotype? Is that like, it's like if you have an Arkansas accent, people like it's bad. We're closed-minded. We think you're dumb because you talk like this. But like and is it like if you sound like Eastern European, you sound like you're gonna like fucking murder someone?
That's like that guy's from the Alabama of Chechnya.
Corey, come here. Yeah, no, we got your guns in the car. We never cut your head and hands off so the fingerprints and teeth can be identified. I'm Greek, not Serbian. Oh. All right, and I just wanted to share that. I found this on my YouTube channel, and I don't know if I ever shared this with anybody. This is from Forensic Files. Again, if you're listening, just listen. There's nothing visual you have to...
A poison that kills instantly. According to forensic pathologist Dr. John Butt.
Dr. John Butt?
Dr. John
You just don't get any simpler than that.
What forensic files were they trying to get underneath?
I don't think it was Forensic Files, but that was what's his name? The guy.
The poor man's Forensic Files.
Yeah.
What was his name? The guy that Rasputin. And then here's the only other video clip, and again, totally audio friendly for those of you fucking assholes that just listen for free and complain. This is from the movie. Which one was Pierce Brosnan in, Volcano or Dante's Peak? Dante's
so
Peak.
many great movies.
So like, I don't know. Either do or don't name your characters Harry and Terry if you're in an action film. Yeah, all right. That's that. I saved the worst for last. I understand. But yeah, it's a Harry, Terry, Harry, can you hear me, Terry, where are you, Harry? Wait, I'm Harry.
Terrence, Harrison, Terrence, Harrison,
Harold. What is your full name that you shortened to Harry?
Everybody, look, in these rude economic times, with global war impending, women's rights being infringed upon at every angle, we forget about the actual victims. People like famous comedian Lewis Black, who has ranted so much and so hard that he's run out of rants.
The millennial barbarians are at the gate. There's not anything left to complain about.
So Lewis Black turns to you, good fans, to help him rant more. He ranted himself out. He's all out of rant. Pay the rants, everybody.
So here's what you can do now. You can get upset about something. Type your little angry heart out, send it to Lewis Black, and hear his famously edgy, hoarse, irritated voice.
And he'll pay you top dollar.
Well, I don't know about that. He's just look. He's ranted about a lot, and it's time for you to take over.
I would guess maybe. I mean, I haven't spoken to Lewis about this, and I can call him Lewis because I never met him. That maybe he's found out from his fans that they have a lot to get off their chest, and he's like, I would love to share your pain. Mm-hmm. Let me help you share your pain. Lewis with a W, but don't guess where.
The amazing thing is this show is written by the fans like you. You write your own rants. You send them in.
Hey, do you guys have things to get off your chest? Are you also a fan of Lewis Black screaming outrage into a microphone? You now get to put your words into his mouth. It's where the fans hit the shit.
I mean, how many times have you heard about something written by the fans? Lassie was written by the fans. Cheers. Gilligan's Island. All pornography. Lewis Black, he has a show on Audible channels called The Rant is Due. Lewis Black, The Rant is Due.
I just wrote down some of my complaints about how hard it is to find a good tailor in Los Angeles. Would you do it as Lewis Black right now? Would you?
Sure.
What is going on with the lack of tailors in this city? How can you not find a good tailor?
And so on. You can imagine.
Yeah, but Lewis Black Show is the funny, not coffee version of this. Harmontown is you ranting for free.
So all you got to do is go to audible.com/Lewis Black, LEWIS Black, and guess what? The latest episode is free
right now.
Let's go to one thought-provoking Twitter question. I'm so stoked about my technology. Oh, this fucking not Dan Harmon guy keeps responding to everything. All right. How do you feel about LA versus New York and the impassioned back and forth between us?
Is there?
What does that mean?
Is there
rap? You mean like with rap?
No, I think just
hip hop.
I think just with the cities.
East Coast is better than West Coast?
All right. That's not a good question.
Yeah, no.
That wasn't a statement. That was a question.
We don't get it.
I think I got the clear to tell this story about Cody. I thought this was funny. We do a lot of role playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like Pathfinder.
Yeah,
probably not
Shadowrun.
Yeah, second edition. Yeah. And it gets pretty
violent,
sexual.
Creative. Rules heavy.
Let's say taboo.
Beautiful.
You're both writers, so it gets pretty creative.
You lose yourself.
We go to some dark, forbidden places.
You kind of lose yourself.
In order to verify for our own animal brains that sex is happening.
Got it.
There's visuals to this?
No. I just wanted to tell this story because I love my girlfriend so much this really just made me really love her extra more.
Okay, lay it on us, Valentine's
Yeah, share
Day.
it with us.
Right.
Share with us, pal.
We were doing like a thing, a scene, and sexually, and the construction of the scene had to do with a taboo age dynamic, and
she was way older than you.
Yeah.
It was young doctor and really old patient.
I needed a college credit, and
oh, Daniel, come on over here. My rocking chair don't work so good anymore.
It's centered on a lack of experience on her part, but
I've never had sex before. I could go at any second. I'm in my 90s. Could you please help a poor old lady out? Could you help a poor old lady out?
It's so hard right now.
As she's fading out in her twilight. Could you help me? Let me put my teeth in.
It was. Look, I'm not proud of. That's why it's the bedroom and not the boardroom. Although we've done that too. We talked about the boardroom, but I.
Note to self: stay away from the Starburns.
No.
Conference room
Australia
table.
No, stop it.
I'm having my sandwich on the table here.
During the taboo fantasy, I was like, well, if you ever done this before, and she was like, well, a couple times. I mean, 4 or 5, and I was like, okay. And then I had more questions. I'm like, with whom? And then she went into, and it was a kind of a circuitous path to then, we did what
the boardroom.
Yeah. And then afterwards, we like to review,
give notes.
Right. It's not less notes, more accolades. I think it was like award ceremonies.
When you said this, that was really good.
I don't feel like your arc really would have done that.
That was really good. That was really good.
Thank you for giving me a Latin surname. There's not enough diversity in these scenarios. I really appreciate it. I was very proactive of you. We give each other little props and high fives, and I was like, what happened with the little loop of conversation? Why was it so important that the number of times that she had done this or that, and you went into all this detail, and then I had questions, and she's like, oh yeah, I had an internal logic bump there, like, because I just felt like the idea was I had never ever done anything before. Then why would my blowjobs be so good?
Damn.
And if she wasn't doing a bit, I was like, "Are you?" Like she was like so. It's I just
read Harmontown to justify.
Yeah,
she's trying to. Yeah,
for her, that's a matter of actual
she's a good writer.
Internal logic. Yeah,
when ego fucks up role play.
Yeah,
essentially.
4 or 5 though. I mean, that's a lot.
I wouldn't have been like, wait a minute, but
because your character was not. Your character didn't
your
care.
Character was
experienced, old helicopter pilot, old helicopter pilot, brand new private in the military.
Joshua Koppel asks on Twitter, is the Community movie basically a no-go, asking for a friend? I don't know. I don't know why I saved that question.
Here's a related question. Did you ever watch the TV show The Cape?
I saw no.
Oh man, it was great. There was an episode where there was this autistic chick who could like murder people with math. It was great. Well, she didn't really murder people. I think she just stopped an elevator or something. I don't know. Continue.
She could murder people.
She could have, but she was a good person.
You minus life equals corpse.
And then they cloned her brain and made her into a Siri console. And they were like, everyone can use this. It's a good show.
Because is that a cape power? The ability to make someone into a Siri?
No, the bad guy was trying to make series for everybody. But the bad part
television
is it would imprison the chick. No,
Rob.
You got so disappointed.
Because there's so many great places to pitch a series right now.
That's true.
Did you guys know about that young lady who stayed at that hotel in L.A. and then they found her body in the water
No, I do not.
tower?
Yeah. Downtown?
Doesn't sound funny at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
Is this recent?
Are you guys? What's that? Sorry. Lisa Lamb. Like that. Okay.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, it's not. I mean.
Let's all
I
make
was stricken
lamb
suddenly with like, okay, well, say her name.
The guy behind you tried his best to make a joke out of it, but there's no jokes to be had.
Are you sure? Wait, the guy that went bad. I think he was just trying to help. Like,
yes,
he was like, I'm going to help you.
It was the perfect joke.
Right.
Perfect joke. It was also funny.
Well, so it remains a mystery what happened to her. But did you know about the whole? Have you heard of the elevator game? I never knew that.
Start from the beginning. I don't know what you're talking about.
Schrab and I, the Roberts are in the dark.
Yes.
Well, this young lady who stayed at this hotel, which is an ancillary fact, it adds to the spookiness of it that this hotel is.
Oh, the downtown hotel.
The one that I can't remember what it's called.
Is it the downtown hotel? I don't know about that. I don't know.
Like apparently Richard Ramirez stayed there, and I don't know, Sherlock Holmes and broke his toe or something. I don't know, but she stayed there, and then the facts of the story are that she was there, then she disappeared. She was traveling alone. She was on some meds that she was then off. It was then she was staying in a room with some people who testified to the fact that she was kind of acting in an off her meds kind of way, but then sorry.
No,
what,
okay.
Somebody just yelled out Mazel. I sounded like Mazel Tov. Like
yeah. No.
I'm flattered that two Jewish people wanted to get married here, but just
terrible
awful timing.
Time for a Mazel Tov. Terrible time.
I'm gonna wait for the middle of the sentence.
I'm treading lightly, and every time someone says something out loud, I'm like, because we're in Los Angeles. There's 200 people in the room. Because statistically speaking, there might be somebody who was a friend of this person or whatever. But she was traveling. I don't think she was from LA. But anyways, so I'm trying not to be as crass as I might be if I was moving very fast telling this story, like dehumanizing her. But what happened is she disappeared, and then she was gone for a while, and then people were like, "This water tastes bad" from the hotel, and then they eventually found her body in the water tower for the hotel. It was just floating in there for a long time, and so, but then the video was released from the hotel, the security video of her on the elevator.
I know what you're talking about.
And she's behaving very strangely in the elevator, and it's very spooky. And they edited it before it was released, and there's just a lot of like very strange things about the video and their release of it and their editing of it. Like they changed the speed of it, and if you and that they're anyways, one of the curious things that came out of like the DIY sleuth boards that were analyzing this thing that I never knew about was this thing called the elevator game, which is this whole elaborate thing where if you go into an elevator, millennials believe, and you prep because they think that elevators just grew out of the ground. They're post-elevator children. I mean, when I was a kid, I don't believe elevators are magic because I saw them being invented. We called them pulley cars when I was your age. There's nothing magical about them.
I want to Uber to the 5th floor.
5 minutes.
Apparently, there's an elevator game where it's like a urban legend thing where you press elevator buttons in a certain order, and then it's got all these instructions. I wonder what the.
Please tell me, and then the devil come.
The
devil come.
And then the
this
devil
is dangerous territory here.
I know. I'm a little scared to just pop open okay.
This is terrifying.
Like you look at my. I don't want people to see my web history.
It's still dangerous.
My web
Let's
history.
go to your search history.
Australian accent tips.
Oh shit.
Hee-haw.
Oh shit.
Jeff Daniels, Wikipedia. Kate Beckinsale's IMDb.
Jeff Daniels. Trump intelligence allegations.
Donald Glover makes magic with touching speech after winning Best Actor in a Comedy Series.
Woo!
The Wikipedia entry for Spaniel.
You've been trumped.
Trump intelligence allegations. FXX still work in progress. Update on networks pushing animation. Louis C.K. Albert, but all right, whatever.
Wow.
Okay, hold on, wait. I need to. I'm really brave and bold for doing this, but.
Yeah, be careful.
I just want
to. I'm really nervous
I don't like this at all.
Why am I nervous?
I don't like this at all.
This is not cool. The elevator game. Get the fuck out of here.
Urban legend ritual game from Korea. Uh-oh. That means it's legit horror. The death of Elisa Lam. provided an opportunity to boost the game's notoriety. That's a weird take on it.
It was great for the game.
Elevator game stock is through the roof. Floors to visit. The player must stay in the elevator for the entirety of this game and press the following floor buttons in sequence. 1, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5, 1. The game rules state that if the ritual succeeds when the player finally presses, instead of going down to the first floor, the elevator will... Did a Korean write this? The elevator will return to the 10th floor. Alternative world is the header of this next section. The game goal is to access, quote, another world, unquote. The 10th floor should lead to an alternative reality where nobody exists except for the player. Travel back.
Let's go there.
The steps must be done in the same sequence then to the 5th floor. Then the final button will return the player to the 1st floor. The game rules ask the player to check for small things to be sure they are back in the real world. The 5th floor, Ghost Girl. That's what I was interested in. At the 5th floor, a girl could appear. In person or disguised. Luring the player. The game rules state the girl must not be talked to. That was the creepy thing that's not even in this thing.
Hey, who are you?
On a specific floor, there's a girl.
What's your name?
On a specific floor, there's a girl that gets on the elevator and she says, "Where are you going?" Do not answer her. Something like that. That's the creepy thing. That's fun, isn't it? Yeah. But anyways, I just thought,
So this elevator has the ability not only to take you to another place, but also to conjure a ghost.
Man. Well, and the full idea that I read about it was that at the end of this thing, the most you can accomplish is just you get to this alternate reality and you get to a floor and there's a door ahead of you and you'll never make it to the door, but I think the best you can do is like walk for a while and then pass out and then you wake up in a random location. So then everybody's like a water tower.
Water tower.
Except for this young lady's parents who are like, it's not a bit. Yeah. Maybe someone killed her. All right. You know what I think?
Probably someone killed her. People don't teleport into water towers.
It's That's
weird.
Coming from the dungeon master.
I know a lot about teleportation.
The tough thing is that she was in there for so long that there's no possibility of any kind of like there. She was. This is awful to say, but there's no. She was sort of anything that could have provided a clue.
Significant decomposition.
She was she was sort of dissolved.
People were bathing in this and drinking this.
And those people all, I mean, I don't know what kind of settlements they got, but they were drinking Traveler for like days. It was like a sickly sweet odor in the thing. And there was can you just imagine?
They always say that about death. Sickly sweet.
Yeah.
It must be true.
Jesus.
Will we see any commentary on the 2016 election, the Trump administration, and Rick and Morty season 3? No, we will not. Oh, because we didn't even know.
Just raced right out of that bit.
Yeah,
into something else.
Do you think it's possible to ever really know another person? At Julia7 asks. Do you think it's possible to ever really know another person?
No. Because
is that the Mazel Tov girl just cackling
because apparently a witch just snuck in the room.
like a Home Depot witch decoration.
It's the ghost girl.
Who's Tituba?
Mazel Tov. There's a 2-drink maximum tonight, folks. You know what we could do? I have a lightning round of Twitter questions that I thought I could. Lightning round. What is the answer to the question we should ask you? Yes. What's your favorite pastry? Empanadas.
Empanadas.
Using your socks as napkins. That's cool, right? If you're alone. Major in college? Journalism. With a minor in psychology, but I dropped out halfway through my freshman year, so it doesn't matter. What is your advice to young writers who are scared to take chances in our nation's current political climate? Write about being scared to take chances. Is the Rickmobile real? I think so. Yeah, it seems to be. Knight Rider to the A-Team. Knight Rider.
Whoa!
What's the project you've most enjoyed working on? This show, I think. I like this show. What happened to your elliptical Periscope sessions? Fuck you. All right. No, thank you for
how did your trainer?
Thank you, Daffy Woods.
That's good that you had all those questions lined up for yourself there.
Yeah, you couldn't get any for Rob?
You got like 9 people on stage who were listening to you answer questions.
I mean, you could have elaborated as well.
Oh, no.
All right, well, I'll pick a topic that you guys can join in on. Let's go to psychology. All right, action and thought.
Yes. On both of them.
So my therapist blew my mind on Friday. She said, your thoughts, it will never lead to action. Your thoughts are kind of, well, some of this I'm putting words in her mouth, but this is my interpretation of it. Your thoughts are kind of never going to be more than kind of a catalog and analysis of your experiences and behaviors. Like, you can't actually, so if you just keep thinking about action, it'll never result in action. Whereas if you do things, it'll result in new thought. So you have to act to create new thought. You can't think to create new action. And that really made sense to me and also bummed me the fuck out, because as with the elliptical thing, it's like, yeah, I have to get on the elliptical. The answer to what happened to the elliptical sessions is I stopped doing it because maybe a vacation or maybe a bad mood or a holiday or something, some excuse I had, something that interrupted, I can't get on the elliptical. And then so then my behavior changed, and then my thought changed, and my thought never started. And it's like I have to just get on the goddamn elliptical, at which point my thought will change again. And it's kind of a bummer, because you're like, you have to do shit that you don't really think about doing in order to think new stuff. That sucks.
Yeah. Or you know, because we're creatives, we get shit on for not having a 9-to-5 necessarily. So when we want to go to the beach or go thrift shopping or go do something that seems like it's anti-productive, we feel guilty. But the act of getting up and walking around, even if it's to do something that's kind of bullshit, actually steers us back into writing and being creative.
Well,
but we never get taught that.
Yeah.
We always get, keep your claps for creation. Half y'all motherfuckers should be at home writing right now. Don't try to professionally procrastinate with me. I go see Dan Harmon. You should be writing in your journal. So it sucks because we get told we want to fuck off and drink, smoke a little pot, do something on just a Tuesday at noon. But we get told that's shameful. You shouldn't do that. But it's actually for us.
That's garbage. Yeah, that's total garbage. Cody just went through this. She's 12 years younger than me. Which is it's weird because her blowjobs are like a 50-year-old's.
That is hilarious.
But it seems like you've done this 900,000 times. Because she's 12 years younger than me, so I'm kind of watching another writer go through a lot of shit that I have gone through, and I have my own problems, but I do know for sure. I tell, because I watch, first of all, the fact that just like Dorothy Parker said, I hate writing. I love having written. That's what I watch her hate the process, and then she just wants everybody to read her shit, and she gets this fix for 5 seconds of oh, I did a good job, and then this crash. But also just the endless punishment of the self for not writing, which doesn't really make any sense, because it's you have to just kind of be depressed a little bit. It is part of the process. You're like a little cauldron or an oven. You're not going to be like a happy camper the whole time if you're making something that consists of all of the emotional things that human beings go through when they go through a story. Part of that is going to be you being all bummed out with yourself and sleeping or playing video games or just getting high and beating your head against a wall or watching Ben Affleck movies. You're just doing all the things that people do to torture themselves. But here's the crazy thing that happened. like Cody was like, she wrote 2 scripts that were really good. She did it. She did her job. She had a deal to write these 2 scripts, and she wrote them. She turned them in, and they were like, these are great. Can we get 2 more? Which is like their way of saying these 2 are great. And I knew that would happen. And she's like, okay, I got to do 2 more. And then she was like, I'll have them done tomorrow, because she was on this high, which is also fine, to be wrong about what you think you're going to be able to do. But then she crashed. She's like, wait, I don't feel like writing anymore. Yeah. And then she was like, I feel so sad. And I was like, you're supposed to feel sad. Just lay there. And it's like this weird conversation to have with somebody where they're like, I feel sad. I feel untalented. I feel not like doing anything. I feel like laying here like a lump. And to say to somebody, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be feeling.
How long do you recommend that goes on? I mean, eventually you're going to have to get back to work, right?
But it's a couple weeks. I don't know. It kind of depends.
It's the masterpiece race. If you make a masterpiece, it could go on for the next 30 years. Right. Because it's so hard to churn out a masterpiece in your lifetime. But if you haven't churned out a masterpiece, your ass should probably wake up every day at 9 and get to it. You know.
But she went through a couple weeks where she finally, because her therapist and I were saying the same thing, which is like, you're fine. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Just lay there like a lump and watch Forensic Files. And that's what we did for weeks. And then the really funny thing was that at the end of it, she got up one morning and she was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go somewhere, and I gotta write. I think I'm gonna go into a hotel for a couple days. And I immediately was like, what the fuck? But it took me a whole day to realize I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't like, because it was like I had become the cocoon, and so for her to finish, it's not like a butterfly goes like, I'm stoked about being in a cocoon, slippity doo dah, flying away. Do we have to pay for that if I said that on the stream? But of course of course you're going to be like, the first thing that you're going to do isn't going to be like, I feel like writing. You're going to be like frustrated and go like, God damn it, I fucking can't stand it anymore, which is different from I feel so dead, I feel like I can't do anything. Those are 2 different things. If you feel irritation, that's like a coming out of an egg or a chrysalis. You're like fuck, I can't fuck it. You should follow that impulse. Like, I want out of here. I want to go do something. Even if that thing isn't writing, you got to go do that. But at the time, the funny thing is that my immediate reaction was like, fuck you. You got to warn me about this stuff. You can't just decide you're going to go check out. And then I was like, wait a minute, what did I expect? How did I expect this process to end? I am the cocoon. I'm going to get ripped apart, and she's going to leave me to go be a butterfly for a second and write a script over the weekend. And probably fuck 100 dudes.
With the professional ability of a 50-year-old.
Anyways, action and thought. So tomorrow, even though I don't think I'm going to get back on the elliptical, and then I'm going to like think that I should get up. Because when I was on that, it took no time at all for me to be like, I would be like late for meetings because my compulsion was to get on the elliptical once I was doing it. It's just like Newtonian laws. Like, if you're doing it, you tend to keep doing it. If you stop, you tend to stay stopped. And I'm not being one of those preachy exercise people. I'm not to my listeners, but that's the sad thing, is like, you got to just like do some
That'd
random
be crazy
thing.
If that's what this podcast turned into. It's like a health podcast, if I just started cage fighting with Joe Rogan, and just pushing like different vitamins and stuff. You gotta take
You're
Expatria.
sponsored by GNC. Brought to you.
I'm telling you,
Bulletproof.
I'm drinking these ginseng Vicodin shakes. I was losing my hair, but now there's dicks growing out of my head. I'm like, it's called the Medusa zone. And you got to do it. You got to go through this process. You got to have 100 dicks growing out of your head. You jerk them all off, and the cum, you got to keep that cum and put it in the freezer, because it's not cum, it's vitamins.
Keep that cum. Got to keep that cum.
It's not cum, it's vitamins.
Yep.
And another thing I've been talking to Cody about, because for those of you who are actively writing, here's something that I've never really, that took me like 20 years to figure out. You know, there's two modes of writing, which is like, sometimes I equate to, sometimes you're the chess piece and sometimes you're the chess player. Like sometimes you're like, you have to like get immersed in your own shit, and that can be counterproductive because you should be thinking structurally. Like, so you all know if you've ever tried to write that, you know, you get stuck on page 1 because anything can happen and you're like, what the fuck's supposed to happen? And with, you know, at that point you should be thinking structurally, like more macro, but you also don't want to just be a hack that's like, well, every story is like this and it goes like that. Like, the magic happens inside the story. So what I'm just realizing watching Cody work is that I think that I've been making the mistake of thinking that you're supposed to think structurally up until a point where your structure is done, and then you're supposed to think immersively. But you may never finish that structural work because it may start to generate all kinds of question marks, and you actually find your structural inspiration by going into your shitty, fucked up structural story and like living in it as a passenger, where you can clearly see what's going wrong. So like I think the better metaphor now that I'm landing on is it's like train tracks is the structure. Like you could say willy-nilly and probably should be more willy and nilly in structure because you don't want to waste too much time on structure. Just say, for instance, this is going to go from Chicago to Philadelphia. That's like saying like boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy. Like you just like whatever your story, your basic story is, knowing that it's going to change. Like it's just a plan. It's going to go from Chicago to Philadelphia. You could, if you really don't have any further passion about it, I guess you could get meticulous and go, and it's going to go over this river and all this stuff, but you're still just thinking structurally. And the truth is, the thing that makes your movie, TV show, poem, whatever you're working on good is stuff that happens inside a train car. And like some stuff makes use of the fact that you can tell you're on a train, call that maybe meta or like high concept or something, where it's like, wow, I can really feel the structure as I'm riding in this train car. But then other stuff is like, I didn't even know I was on a train. Yeah, because they just said it goes from Chicago to Philadelphia and it's level the whole time and it's quiet, and but really it's just like a thing that happens inside a boxcar. Like so, and I think that you have to. I think we have to go back and forth. I think you have to lay track or lay plans for track, and then you got to get in the car and then go, okay, Chicago to Philadelphia, let's see how that works, and let it be like screech, fucked up, that just makes no sense, and then change it to Chicago to Florida, or because that's a city, right? It's the story of a person who failed geography, becoming a writer and telling people what to do. You change the generalities because they're easy to change. Then you get back in. I think it's important not to have an end goal when you're working on structure or when you're working within. You got to get out of either. It's almost like I don't know what to do with this new epiphany. How are you doing, Rob? Are you having a good time?
Yes.
Okay.
No, this is good. This is really good stuff.
Okay, I was going. I couldn't tell if you were listening or wanted to kill yourself.
Sometimes you're the one who invents a new structure.
It's almost like you have to set like an egg timer. It's kind of thing where it's like, okay, I worked on structure now. I have to force myself to do that thing where I'm like, yeah, but what does Mikey feel like in the scene? But then you have to also not get sucked into that for too long because that'll drive you nuts. Yeah. So it's like you have to go back and forth. It's like if you were building a tube, you would want to be outside the tube and inside the tube at equal amounts of time. You don't want to spend too much time like tube constructing. Are there any tube workers here?
Anybody work on tubes?
Because there's shit on the inside of the tube that you're not even going to realize till you get in there and you're like, oh man, I didn't know I was making this out of...
So what's the transition like between moving from inside the tube to outside the tube?
It's...
No, what is that? No, for real. I'm not making a joke.
Well, I kind of feel like you could characterize it as like working on a whiteboard or with note cards versus like actually sitting at the keyboard and like where you're typing dialogue. That's an easy distinction. That's kind of how I characterize it. But that could be different for other people. Because I feel like when I sit down and start typing dialogue, I'm like inside the thing.
Right.
And so I'm actually like, I might jump from character to character, but I'm actually sealed within the reality.
You're not building it, you're smoothing it out.
Right. But then if I'm standing at a whiteboard, it's like, okay, what should happen? And then you're having these like weird conversations that God has about people. Like, what if a bunch of people got cancer? Hardy har har, I'm God. I don't give a fuck.
Do you structure like per scene or just the whole thing, the whole story? Like if you're working on like, I've got to work on this scene today, do you structure out the scene and then go in?
No, I'm not. What am I, productive? I don't know. No, I don't have a process yet. I like
whatever works.
When we worked in TV on Community and Rick and Morty, like the thing that the nature of the beast becomes break the story and then take the broken story and send it to outline and then take the outline and send it to script. And I but then we end up re-breaking everything. We always end up re-breaking. And we look at that as like a crime. Like we're like, Andy Bobrow was the fire marshal on Community, like because it was like some Paramount like building code thing. Like he was the official fire steward or something. Like he was the guy whose job it was to know when there was a fire. So Paramount like showed him a closet where there was an orange vest and 2 cones or 2 flashlights.
This is serious?
Yeah, and he would. Of course, there was never a fire, but he would grab them when there was a re-break, and he would run down the halls at Paramount and go, re-break! Made me feel like shit. Because the joke was on me, because it was, we work on a Psychos show. There's a re-break happening. Why can't you just air what we wrote yesterday and get an Emmy, you fucking narcissist? Fucking dumb, fat blowhard.
Is that you or Bobrow?
No, it's Dan. I think it's Dan.
Yeah, I'm not going to call Andy Bobrow a big fat blowhard.
Okay,
good. I told Brandon to make a face, the face of someone who had been told they were the culture icon.
Dan was working so hard on this before. That's why we were so late.
No, that's not. That's not.
We were so late.
Really?
That's not.
Why we were so late.
We were waiting along with you upstairs.
Yeah, we were waiting on Steve Levy.
Yeah, Steve Levy's fault.
Can we get a pillow for Steve? He's just like hanging out.
He loves it.
He looks
good. He looks good.
He looked sad and lonely.
Healthcare.
Oh, nice.
I texted this to Spencer and then I saved it because I thought it was a good observation. Conservatives act like socialism is the opposite of capitalism, but their whole perception of poor people is inherently socialist because they expect their pursuit of happiness to generate so much revenue that even the people they fuck over have less to gain by slitting their throats. That's one big fucking federal program, and that funding just got cut because poor people are mad and they're gonna get sick, and they're getting sick in both parties, and we're in a real fucking emergency situation here. Like, these are the beginning. This healthcare thing seems like something you've been hearing about your whole life, but the thresholds that have been crossed now are like so fucking official. Like it's like it really is let them eat cake, like feudal Europe level shit. Like to say that because underneath all this stuff, people act like they're arguing about math and concepts and philosophies because no one is going to profit or live through the day by saying what's really happening, which is rich people are just saying, look, times are tough all over. Living long is a luxury. It's like cable TV, Teslas, your kid going to college. These are privileges, and you should either be born rich if you want those things, or you should work really fucking hard or get really lucky. And that's what capitalism is. And like, I don't see why you people are bitching so much and why we should have to pay for your AIDS and your cancer. And I'm telling you, like, when I went to Fiji, it was like. Like the life expectancy of the people that work by the pool is like fucking 20 years less than
they got
the people
great water.
that in spite of the great water.
I love their water.
Like, this
their
is a real thing.
Awesome.
If you look at
I'll pay extra for their water.
Yeah, the water's.
If you look at third world countries that have resort sentiment stuff, it's just like that is the way that your Republican congressmen see the future. Like they don't see a problem with the idea that being poor should equate to a 20-year less lifespan. Like, and that's what's really being said to you right now is yeah, enough's enough. Like we lived in La La Land long enough of this idea that everyone was going to have coverage. If you get cancer and you're poor, then you're going to die. That is the real conversation that's happening. And I don't know why I'm lecturing you like you don't know that, but I'm just saying like I just want to say it out loud because like some of us I think we're walking around going, is that what's really being said right now? Or because we're so used to this chatter of like, oh, I think so. Iowa Senator so and so just said the blah 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 because it's called this senator. It's like we kind of like are still in this mode where we're calling each other out on semantics, but we've gotten to a point where the semantics don't matter. The actual fundamental thought that's being communicated to us is that they actually think that you should die. They're actually telling you to fuck off and die, and they're saying it in different ways. And people are at town halls going, "You're telling us to fuck off and die. We see you. We hear you. That's what you're saying." And they're running out of the town halls and hiding. And they just did this thing anyway. Despite they're saying like they're just doing what they were going to do anyway. It's fucking insane. I have no solutions as usual. But
resist. We have solutions.
Do you have any idea how much harder it is to do what they've just done for the last 2 months than it is to call for impeachment? Like Google Bill Clinton impeach. Like they fucking know how to do this shit. Democrat, Republican, Congress people know how to move to impeach. It's not that difficult. And everyone is just. They're just holdovers from a different time. I don't know what to do. Do we grab pitchforks? They're killing us. Yeah. They're going to kill us.
We continue to monetize the Democratic push for 2018. We take Congress back. We all can write legislation. That's the great thing about America is that anyone in this room could write a bill and then push it. You would start at your state level. So we are kind of fucked, but we do outnumber them. There is hope. We are learning. Am I right? Are we learning how to mobilize?
And also here in California, especially because we have one of the largest GDPs in the world.
Number 6.
Number 6, guys. 6. That's pretty good. So that actually commands a lot of power.
You talking about California?
California.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I want to every time I talk about politics, we end up realizing the solution is to act locally, clean up our own shit, and then set an example for the outlying territories. But fucking California should just become. We don't have to secede. We can functionally secede by being the only state in the union that's in the black.
Everything they say is right on the money. The secession people,
right?
But I mean, come on, we're not going to secede.
Well, it's like why?
I think it's just like an extreme thing they say to let's talk about these issues.
Right.
And my producing partner came up with a great idea.
I knew the producing you were doing wasn't solo. I knew it.
All right, I got a good one going on. I have a partner. I have a partner or two. He is doing he's having a lawyer draw up a ballot initiative right now to rid California's pension fund of everything that's not SRIs, socially responsible investments, and that will fuck the whole world if we do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, because,
so is that like a switch
we invest a lot in tobacco and banking,
the
rest of the oil and stuff. If the 6th largest GDP in the country stops investing in oil and tobacco and things like that, then that will send a message. That's the only way to have the rest of the country give a fuck about us.
I wish there was a way that California could have its own health.
They're pushing
model.
for single payer. So California will eventually have its own health plan system. So I know that people are really trying, like you said, Rob, of making California be the place that people learn how to do things across the country, and that can happen because we're sort of light years ahead of the country as we speak.
Like the amazing thing would be California as the liberal version of the Iron Bank in Game of Thrones. That we're just like that with every state that starts to go bankrupt because of free market deregulation, and then their rivers start to be filled with bloodthirsty scorpions. Like they come to us, and we come out in robes and go like, well, let's open the books. Like
ideally,
looks like you have 3 congressmen that are Nazis. Like, I don't think that's a good investment for us.
I recall it was
you go back to your people and have some rallies and clean up your state, because we have an election coming up and California doesn't want to live in shitland.
Right. You failed to legalize marijuana. Is that true?
But you know, California, like you know, we're the bluest state in the union, and you still saw the numbers. Like 3 out of 10 people at your Trader Joe's like secretly voted for Trump. It's like, I'm sure those people aren't really like at Trader Joe's in Los Angeles, but
the Trader Joe's at outside
in the
Riverside.
Inland Empire Trader Joe's. It's like Trader Jethro's. There's garlic stuffed meth.
What?
Organic? But yeah,
it sucks because we were chilling, man, and now we all gotta get busy.
Yeah, we had such a great time.
We were having a great time.
We were having such a good time.
We were having a good time.
But aren't you worried about you're better off like
better off now?
Yeah. You're not a Trump supporter, but we're
better off now because we're energized.
Oh shit! I just say that.
Yeah, now you're involved.
Yeah, I mean, potentially we're better off.
Oh man.
Come on.
By all means, interrupt them.
Something that does concern me, or that I see it coming, is like I think there's going to be a bunch of Republicans or libertarians that in the next couple of years they're going to start receding to a position of they're going to go, we're disrupticons. Like we never supported Trump or believed that he was good for the country. We just saw that you libtard snowflakes needed some shaking up, and we were right about that. And I can't wait to spit in their face and like I'm just so panicked about it's the whole Bernie Hillary holdover. It's the socialists versus the liberals. Like what this thing of like it's like the Republican Party got hacked, decimated, and then repaired. Like right now they're like suturing through their greed. They're like coalescing and going like, but at the end of the day we love money, and they're solidifying. And the Democrats are going like, remember that thing you said on that march, motherfucker? Like we're in danger of further fragmentization in a way. But it's like, and it's this whole conundrum where you're like, you want to fight the Death Star, and there's no better way to do it, it seems, than by constructing a bigger space station that can destroy more planets. And how do you do that? Except, well, we should have more black in our costumes, and we should. And then there's the people that keep going, "What are we doing? Stop!"
Yeah.
Like
one of the issues is that we didn't. I think the left didn't know how fragmented it was. I think a lot of people on that side assumed that we had gotten past some things like racism and misogyny. And what we're learning about ourselves, I think, is that there's still a lot of bullshit in our own party. So it's hard for us to come together.
And we're also learning, I hope, that it's called fucking politics and democracy because if the issues are super fundamental and you're fighting for things that are as fundamental as like almost like people should have water, then that means the war you're fighting is between armies so big, a huge majority of the people fighting side by side with you are going to be fucking stupid. Because most people are dumb. So if you're waiting for a political party that's going to, 1, be all smart people, and 2, win, then you're a fucking idiot that's just on the sidelines like Statler and Waldorf just going like, oh, more like Muppet stupid. I'm just not impressed by that anymore. Like I used to be one of those guys, you know? I was like a fucking like weird third party like guy, and now I'm like fucking cucked out and like I'm libbed up and demmed down and
cucked out and libbed down.
I'm eating that Hillary pussy and fucking like I don't know, man. I'm just like fucking. We gotta it's the thing that shook me up. My fragile straight white like eggshell was the idea that so if I just keep sitting here and going, you know why that's stupid? You know why that doesn't make sense? You know, all I need is a blaster by my side. I don't believe in no force. That if I keep doing that, I'm going to end up living in a universe controlled by lizard people. And then that's no good for my smuggling neither. And so I'm just like, I was like, I'm not just going to like keep going yeehaw at the end of the movie. I need to like actually like notarize shit. I don't know fucking what the hell you're supposed to do. I have amends to make, and I was like, okay, I'm fucking sorry. I keep flickering.
Remember that thoughts and action thing? This is a great place to merge all that.
Yeah. So I went to that one march.
And I came up with this great storyline.
Well, we have here at Starburns at the castle. You know, this is one room where we'll be streaming this show, and then as things go from bad to worse, we'll keep meeting here on Sunday in Burbank, and it's right off of all the freeways. So this is a good apocalypse. I
think we're outside a nuke range if they hit LA.
Yeah, we're downwind.
Right.
And
that's bad.
There's a garage. This place used to be a trucker garage. We shot Anomalisa here next door, but with our little puppets. But my plan is, and don't abuse this, don't tell anybody outside this room. I want to get an RV and start Damnation Alleying it like next in the garage next door, so that and then we started this podcast by going maybe we should go to the moon, but like this is more like we're gonna need to run over some giant scorpions. We need to stockpile weapons and learn macrame and
sign-ups for human minesweepers.
If the apocalypse happens tomorrow, I'm gonna somehow drag my family up to Starburns Castle. Like somehow we gotta get here. That's gonna be the movie that we can have a fleet of automobiles over there that are all have baby skulls on the grills. A bunch of vans to Los Feliz and Silver Lake to pick up all your friends.
And then we just caravan, and I guess we get stuck in traffic.
And then we're gonna be the best army ever. We're gonna kick so much ass.
I'll tell you one thing: the blowjob instructor is going to make men out of these mice. Jeff Spencer, what height is your underwear game at?
At the top height.
Ground floor, baby.
How do either of you know that?
Well, I know because I'm wearing MeUndies right now, and I think I am flying on gossamer underwear wings.
All right. Well, I was gonna. Okay.
And I know that because I'm not doing that, so I'm not
why
good.
You're living in a benighted twilight shitscape.
How do I get out?
You get some nice MeUndies. They mail you underwear, and I got to tell you, I'm not joking. This is not us doing a fake ad. They're deliciously comfortable.
They're amazing, and I think I've mentioned this before, and it will sound crass, but we're talking about underwear, and it's an important selling point. Guys, just talking to guys or anyone with a thing sticking out in front, and I know you think that yours isn't sticking out that much. Mine isn't either. But the amazing miracle of not regarding that thing as a mistake, but instead providing it with egress, i.e., a little pouch. Where it's just a little cup. You know how in movies, women in body armor, like superhero women or things, like they just conveniently have like boob room on their like chest plates. Like there's boobs behind there. It's not entirely sexist. It's also like, well, yeah, the alternative would be to squish. And that's what men have been doing with their thingamabobs forever with the regular cotton underwear. It's just like we wrap them like we're Yentl trying to pass for not a dude by wrapping our junk.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people throw the word package around, but in these, you really feel like it's a Christmas package that needs to be unwrapped by your significant other. Or maybe by yourself later on.
You don't have to be Magic Mike or his ilk to benefit from a little pouch in front.
MeUndies modal fabric is so soft. It's like being caressed by the velvet hands of angels at all times of the day.
In all the places where you'd want an angel to touch you.
Right.
And in none of the places you don't want an angel to touch you.
Because also the TV show Touched by an Angel didn't even really touch you where you needed to be touched.
This is the thing, is that we continue as a society to separate God from what we are. Spiritually speaking, where are you the most human? It's in the place where you make more humans.
And guess what? You can save time and money each month with a monthly subscription.
Spencer, you're all business. And this guy's not even wearing MeUndies right now.
No, yeah, so 3 times softer than cotton. It gets shipped to your door in these little packages. Speaking of packages, room for yours.
I got one with I got a new package that they got little pandas on them. Like they're cute, and I don't want to get too personal, but my girlfriend loves to really get down there and grab it because it's soft. It's fun for everybody from both sides. I've looked at undies from both sides now.
Every morning I get up and I put on a new pair of underwear. And it's always a special surprise. My girlfriend looks at me at the foot of the bed, and I do a little dance like a 90s Mike Myers kind of thing. And it's a lot of fun, and it's comfortable, and it makes the first moment of my day affirmative.
I actually normally sleep in the nude, guys, if I can be quite honest with you. But sometimes I don't now. I leave those MeUndies on because I feel like I'm just being slightly molested by a sexy ghost person.
Don't let the name fool you. They're your undies too.
Yeah, we don't own your undies. This is not our undies. This is your undies.
We're talking about you undies. They might as well be called
undies. I mean, undies starts with a U. Is that too on the nose?
You can't spell undies without me.
Go to MeUndies.com/Harmontown. MeUndies.com/Harmontown. And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save money because MeUndies is offering 20% off your first pair. Just use your special URL, MeUndies.com/Harmontown, and get 20% off your first pair of ghost huggers. Spencer, what are you waiting for? Why are you so late to this party?
I'm not ready for a subscription yet, but that's okay because I can still save because MeUndies is offering me 20% off my first pair just using our special URL, MeUndies.com/Harmontown, to get 20% off my first pair. So go ahead. I should revamp my underwear drawer. I deserve it. You're right, Jeff.
I'll say this, Spencer. Dan, you and I, we're going to monitor you, Spencer. We're going to know without even asking, without talking about it, we're going to be able to tell when you're wearing the softest cotton underwears of all times.
It's 3 times softer than cotton.
You mark my words. The next time you see me, I'll have revamped my underwear drawer because I deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Harmontown, MeUndies.com/Harmontown. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Harmontown. That's MeUndies.com/Harmontown.
Member FDIC.
What is an underculture? Oh, the Colbert cocksuck thing. Yeah, do we have any gay attendees that don't mind being a little bit of an ambassador for? That's good too. That's
please come and be a minority ambassador.
I'm just really curious. Like we were having that conversation. I don't even know if the Colbert thing happened. We were here last week, and I happened to mention it because Rob and I are constantly saying we suck dick and you suck dick and suck a dick and that was Schrab.
Yeah,
and I've tried to remove all of the gay is stupid, gay is lame, gay derogatory stuff from my regular parlance. It's I catch myself now and then, but like I see the hurt in that, and I try to I've been but and then there's like this curtain that I recognize where I'm like, oh, when you say two people, like two same-sex corrupt politicians whose relationship you're trying to satirize for its inappropriate level of intimacy in spite of not supposing to be connected, like to say they're sucking each other's dicks. How much homophobia parts per million are you smelling in that? Because I don't think it should be binary. I don't think, well, that's homophobic or that's not. I want to respect a gay person that would say, you know what, that smells pretty much like you hate gay people and you're hiding behind a couple of technical things, like a date on the thing. But yeah, it's kind of a puzzler, because it's like, well, I could definitely see if your car breaks down and you say my car sucks dick. I think that's way on the other side of a line that I've learned to recognize. Where like, well, I think you're saying your car is gay because it broke down, and you're saying your car you don't like your car, and you're equating that with the car engaging in gay behavior.
So much more evolved than I am.
But I mean, these are words, by the way, that no one was ever consciously employing for those purposes. But it's just like but then we're all taking another look through them. But so I'm saying, like, when I looked through them again, I was like, yeah. If you say like I would sit in the community edit bay and I'd go like, oh, get rid of that shot, that's fucking gay. And then and then after a while, like, somebody told me the editor was gay, and I was like, what the fuck? And I apologized. I was like, by the way, I'm so sorry. I grew up in the 70s in the Midwest, and I think I've been saying that a lot of shit is gay when I mean it's bad, and I'm really sorry about that. And I was actually still at the time I was going like, oh, I violated protocol. But then he said, in accepting my apology, he goes, well, I was never going to say anything, but I'm glad you apologized, because when I hear that word, I go back to a playground in my head where I was finding out I was different and was finding out that was a bad thing, and that the people in control of me could like just make me feel bad for who, you know, and he just like in a human way. And I was just like, oh, the worst. So then I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna. But so then there's just now this new frontier of like, well, Colbert implied that Trump is sucking on Putin's cock as to characterize the level of corrupt relationship between them. Is that still? Do we have to weed whack?
We
that?
We do.
Typical black man. Always with your boundaries about homosexuality. Your community is so first to worship gay people.
We do love you, RuPaul. We love you. Maybe it's that the act started with women that makes us start there.
Right.
Not necessarily even starting with
the
gay.
idea that servicing a cock at all,
there you go.
A woman or a gay man, it's like, oh, yeah, you're the weaker person because you slobber on my knobber.
We're so sexist that it makes us homophobic.
But then I know this isn't a technical issue, but I don't know how else to talk about it other than that. But it's but then I go like, well, wait a minute, no, there's two guys, so someone's getting their dick sucked, and it's not the stronger person necessarily. Like, there's no inherent to say two politicians that happen to be male, neither of them has a vagina. No, Trump wasn't of course wasn't going to vote that way in the UN because of course he's all up in Putin's butt or he's sucking Putin's cock. It is. We'll break that down for me just for the sake of it.
The deal is that if we had a great deal of respect for people who suck cocks to begin with, that joke wouldn't play. But because we always put down the person,
right? Because we never say he's eating her out. Well, we don't say, oh, the prime minister of this is like obviously eating her pussy. Like we don't say that.
Right. And then when it's the craziest thing to hear a man talk about how he got a deal on a car or how he got a deal on a house in front of his wife or his girlfriend because
he got fucked.
He'll be like, man, I was supposed to pay $10,000, but I only paid $8,000. I told that motherfucker, suck my dick. Ain't that what I told him, baby? Suck my dick. Suck my dick, baby. Suck my oops. You are a person person who sucks my dick. And that's where it fucking starts.
All right.
So if we had handled it, and this is the shittiest thing about shit like that, is that if motherfuckers would just handle their shit, we could go back to telling the full wide range of jokes.
Right.
You know, like
well,
if you weren't racist or sexist or homophobic, the material that we could fuck with would be amazing.
That's the thing. Like in the 70s, it was like shit was getting edgier. Chevy Chase said the N-word to Richard Pryor's face in a sketch on SNL. Right. Like, I'm not saying we peaked progressively there. Like that's our goal. So we just want to be able to say the N-word to black people on TV. But we were.
You can say it.
We were more racist by our definitions now, but we were also comedically bolder. It's it's different from Sinatra and the Rat Pack like abusing Sammy as if he was not a human being. Like we look at the '60s comedy and Don Rickles said this or that, but then he'd say we all love each other and stuff. Like, but the idea of the experimentation, the fascination, people like saying, look. Cards on the table. I don't understand this or that area. I think that's what really scared us comedically, philosophically, and it threatened some kind of deep state.
And it's a money train. It's back in the day. It was in the 70s. They monetized talking about race and gender and rape and things like that. Whereas now they sort of were like, we want money, but we don't want money by alienation. So they're more likely to turn out a product that is appeasing to all people that doesn't start any controversy. In the 70s, they were like, there's money and controversy.
I call my girlfriend the N-word constantly.
But does she act like that? I mean,
the lights love that one.
Did we get the lights?
The lights got brighter because that joke was so great.
Did we get the light?
I do want to confess that, and I don't know if I'll stop or not. I have to look within myself, but it's like it's thing. I mean, my girlfriend and I do so much fucked up shit that I could never share, no matter how honest our society got. Like the things that we say when we have sex, the things that we get up to, the things that I find that my relationship with McGathy was very public. It was a public marriage. It was a public divorce. It was a public we were pretty transparent about every thought and feeling we had. And with Cody, it's like, well, Cody doesn't want to be on a podcast, and when we're private, I'm starting to appreciate the concept of privacy, but I want to admit that I mean, if there was a more horrible word than it, then I would call her that when we were talking. When I was like, do you want to get a sandwich? But I know that words aren't magical, but I think the difference is like when the things that we get up to in public, when we're communicating in public, the purpose of language is to share each other's minds and to avoid misunderstanding. And so when we have arguments about technical rules about language in public, we're kind of defeating the purpose of language, which is to be understood and to gain each other's trust. Like that's another thing that where I used to be a different kind of guy. I used to be this whole if somebody said this word or that word should be taken off the menu, I would immediately leap to the place of this is a slippery slope and First Amendment and you have to be able to express yourself. But it's like over time, hey, maybe I get tired and sold out and whatever. But I think it's more like, well, wait a minute. We were never talking about legality. Nobody that ever said that this word offends me ever wanted to actually pass a law keeping you from being able to say anything. They're only saying this hurts me, and that's their First Amendment right. And that's the beautiful thing about language, is someone being able to reach out to you and say, when you say the word pickle, my dad hit me with pickles, so it causes a reaction in me. You don't have to be like, you piece of shit, you Nazi fuckface. Pickle, pickle, pickle! Get your hands off my body! No one is touching you. No one's trying to take your words away. That's one person, and they might not be an expert in telling you. They might be a dummy. They might be an entitled piece of shit. Like, you know, like maybe they're an unlikable fucking oaf that also, in addition to that, gets hurt when they hear the word pickle. Maybe they're lying. Maybe they love the joy of being hurt by things. Maybe they're but the larger truth is, you can keep saying the word pickle all you want. There's but like.
Oh, thank goodness. I use that word all the time. I'm sorry. I interrupted your train of thought. Go ahead.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going. Keep going.
Let's turn it over to you guys.
Shit. No.
You don't have to listen to what these pickles have to say.
You were on a roll.
Anyways, yeah, I think I look at that whole thing and I was like, I think everybody played it right. I mean, I think anybody hashtagging fire Colbert is kind of dumb. I think that's really stupid because like that's not going to solve anything, and you're actually not speaking. You're not using your I statements. You're not saying. I think a hashtag like. I don't, I'm gay and that hurts my feelings. It's probably too long a hashtag. Like something where you're like accountable, where you go like, I don't like the smell of that. And then there's like hashtags are for like solidarity, where you go, plus I'm not alone, check it out. But we have to get over that mob mentality too, because there's a lot of people that deserve respect that shouldn't be required to have 1 million people marching before we give them our respect. Anyways, like Colbert said, Trump sucks on Putin's dick, and then he did it in the midst of an important fucking tirade about what a piece of shit this horrible criminal president was, and how offensive he was, and how he's not entitled to his own feelings, and he can get up and have a hissy fit whenever he doesn't feel comfortable in an interview because he's a fucking piece of human garbage. And when Colbert gets upset and his words have power and things, and in the midst of that he said like, oh, he sucks on Putin's dick, and then people are like, that hurts, or that's homophobia, and like half of them were conservative or whatever, and then Colbert's quote-unquote apology was like, I used words that were more harsh than maybe they should have been, but I would have said, I'd say it again. I'd do the thing that I did again.
Well, you used the word cock holster.
Right.
Which is hilarious. Right?
Yeah, and it's like we're the trolls now. That's the important thing. Like we're the ones that are disenfranchised, and like one power that we should have is the power to say things that get attention.
We can't talk shit. That's not our thing. That's what they do. Republicans are good at that. They're full of hate. Not all Republicans, but that side. So whenever we try to talk shit back to them, we look stupid.
We can't be self-destructive.
It's not our thing. We're not good at firebombing. We're not good at excluding. We're not good at being racist and prejudiced. So we shouldn't try to do that shit. That's what fucked him up, is he was trying to play their game. We kind of have to remember, don't do that shit. You should be at home writing in your journal.
Oh, shit.
That we have to figure out some way. There has to be some product we can sell in Cafe Press that's a little Brandon,
pickle
for white writers. It's your angry Brandon writing coach.
You call that 500 words? Half of them is semicolons.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. I live close.
That's what your privileged fragile white writer needs is a little. He needs a magical mentor to like anger Vance him into writing in his dream journal.
That's good.
What the fuck are you doing? Good. Get your hand out of my pocket.
I saw your dream sequence. It was real good. 2 minute flashbacks.
Did I wait?
Oh, Jesus.
I unplugged this because it was blinking, and
So let's plug it back in.
Corddry, what have you been up to?
Yeah, what?
What have you been up to?
Wow, we're just gonna fucking do a 180 right into my life?
Look, I'm no Jeff Davis. He would have been much smoother.
I don't know if Jeff would have said that. If Jeff would have turned right to me.
How are you getting drunker and drunker? You haven't had anything to drink.
I do have a drink. I have a drink, and I've had a lot to drink. I've been drinking since 4.
Oh, okay.
4 p.m. Yeah, 4 p.m.
America.
Responsible time. Yeah, exactly. I don't start drinking until 4. Mostly 5. But that it bleeds into 4. It bleeds into the 4:30 probably.
You get the vodka out of the.
Yeah, I get like
At
even
4
sometimes. Some days I'm like, oh fuck it, it's 3:00. We're in the 5 o'clock family.
Don't have to be any place.
If I was in New York, it'd be 8.
Why don't we? Yeah, that's a good one. Why don't we just start drinking? Let's drink about it.
What's going on with you, Schrab? You've been pretty critical.
Yeah,
of my
what about you,
process
Schrab?
tonight. You've
What's your deal?
Kind of been riding me and implying that I don't have good time management skills and that I don't treat my guests well.
No, I never said that. I was
well,
curious.
you implied it.
How? How was I implying?
I was kind of riding me. You've been kind of riding me tonight.
I've been riding.
Oh, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that now?
I don't
good
remember
thing you're
this.
doing that. You know, it's,
I don't remember that.
Like, what if you had the show? Go ahead. Better be good.
Just been kind of lonely lately.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're talking about that. Paid $5, came to Burbank. Now you're talking about that. That's how it feels. That's how it feels.
You just gotta deflect him off of you.
Stop doing that.
Brandon. Get him on to Brandon.
Spencer likes it when he doesn't have to talk the whole
Oh, yeah. No, I can't get enough.
That sounds like sarcasm.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's not sarcasm at all.
I mean, look, it's Jeff. Jeff fucked us. He's out there somewhere.
Oh,
He's
yeah. No, this is
sucking on
definitely
Ryan
Jeff's fault.
Stiles' dick.
Yeah.
Because he's a bad person.
Damn it.
You know what?
So far.
He's just
So
sucking
close.
dicks. He's just, I'm a bad person. I'm weak. I'm weak. That was me burning it on an altar. Like, we'll inhale it now, but now it's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna be a pure 100% like.
What are you gonna skip?
Like gay analogy or gay evocation in diatribe.
You can say it when it's a positive thing, though. That's how that works.
Oh my God! Did you guys see Get Out? It sucks so much dick.
No. Yeah, all right.
It fucking blew me like a 32-year-old girlfriend.
Get out.
That Ferris wheel was so gay.
That Ferris wheel fucked my ass. Oh my God.
Oh man.
I mean, we really will be there in 20
This
years.
is the best
if we make
Wi-Fi
it.
in the world. It's totally fucking me
God,
at the
this
ass.
Wi-Fi is fucking my ass,
Oh
bro.
my God.
We will be there, yeah. Because
God.
straight and gay people and bi people and non-binary people will all be putting everything in any hole you can find or simulate with a USB card in your brain.
I want to suck this app's cock.
You'll be able to this is the thing about progress is that we always act like we advance, but the truth is
I want to make out with Letterbox.
Like they're going to invent some product, they're going to invent some pill that just makes you cool with like anything, and then we're all going to look down on the cavemen that we were, and yeah.
There's a song called Me and My Bitch, which is derogatory, but it's kind of sweet because it kind of pulls it up from Notorious B.I.G. I recommend. In it says, "She looks so good, I'd suck on her daddy's dick."
Have there been any? Has there been a strong and maybe? I guess I'm racist for asking you this question. Has there been a strong gay rapper like who MC
Queen
Hug a Bunch? Why did I riff a name of a gay rapper thinking that would land with me?
Yeah.
MC sucking nut? Like, where did I think that was going to go? That was going to make anyone happy?
You might have broke a new story.
Who's a gay rapper?
Queen Latifah's gay.
Queen Latifah.
Oh, okay, guy.
MC Light.
Guy.
MC Light is gay.
Gay man. I didn't know I was Frank
Frank
Ocean?
Ocean's not really a rapper.
Well,
he's more of a singer.
Oh man,
he is more of a singer. Look, hey, I don't hear no gay rock stars. And there's nobody. Freddie Mercury. You're right.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to talk about white stuff.
Well, yeah, but hold on. You can't. Where Freddie Mercury, that's like curating history. Like, was he openly gay when he?
No.
Brother, I know the band's name was Queen, and I know how they dressed, but I also Judas Priest was the same way, and believe me, my mom did not know Queen was gay. Nor did my brother, who was like, I want to be free. Like he was like, this fucking thing fucks ass. Like we were all like watching Flash Gordon and being like, fucking Queen rocks. Like, let's go get laid with pussies. It was possible to. I don't know if Freddie Mercury was he openly gay when Queen was like topping the charts. That's weird because like Judas Priest was like the what was his name? Sorry, the Halpern. I mean, you know, we look and we laugh. We go like back then, but like the truth is that it was like a weird thing. Like it's always been that way. Like you have Paul Lynde in the Hollywood Squares, and he's just going like, "Oh, I think I do it with this way," and everyone's like, "That's hilarious. He's so silly." Yeah. And Liberace. We're able to we're weird with.
My grandmother had one of her best friends was named Donald. I don't remember his last name. He's dead. He's long dead. But he was a confirmed bachelor. That's what she used to call it. And that's what you know, like liberal people called gay people back then.
That's the funniest joke in Lego Batman. I don't know if it made the final cut or if I saw like an animatic that didn't. The Lego Batman. Batman at one point says to Alfred, "Are you?" Because Batman's like Alfred's suggesting he settle down, and Batman goes like, "Are you? Do you know what the term confirmed bachelor means?" And Alfred's like, "Do you?" I don't know. Was that in the theatrical release, or did they did that just make it right to the end? And they're like, "You can't.
You can't do that."
I love that.
There will be. Certainly someone will come out of the closet.
Those Lego movies are fucking ass. Just trying to get it started.
Yep.
Fucking ass and taking same-sex names. All right. Well, we've certainly done our share of show. These kids have jobs in the morning. Congress is.
We got to get these kids home.
Yeah. I believe there's a law brewing where you don't get time and a half anymore. I think. So they got to get up bright and early because they have to work 3 times as long to make the same money.
You guys don't get paid for coming to the show anymore.
Yeah. Let's close the show with an amazing improvised musical thing that I'm very passionate about and totally sober enough to do. Hit it.
Oh, so reluctant.
Yo.
Wiki. WikiLeaks.
Yo. I'm a gay rapper. I have to walk a lot of lines. I've got to be tough, but I can't sell out. I'm a gay rapper. What does that mean? What will that mean? A gay male rapper. I want to get up in the morning with a partner that I love and respect, and he's a man. But I don't respect him because that's the thing. So would a gay rapper be like, fuck all these dicks, suck all these butts, fuck these dudes with all their nuts. Dudes are sluts. I use them up like coconuts. I'm a gay rapper. I fuck 1 million butts. Don't care about any of the butts, because I'm a gay rapper. I don't know. Does that further stereotypes of gay promiscuity? Does it dehumanize gayness? Is it a rapper's job to humanize anything? Gay rapper, G-A-Y. Fucked your butt, now I won't tell you why. Fucked it, now I walk away.
I'm a tough rapper and gay. Do I have to be tough? I don't know. It's a good question. Because you can't be like, wake up in the morning, cook you food, because I'm in a good mood, because I'm gay. Those curtains gotta go away. That's a stereotype.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb. You don't want to do that. So I think a real gay rapper would be like, my name is Mr. Johnson. I don't do a lot out of the ordinary. I went to the library today, but I didn't read about being gay, because I know what that's like. It's like getting your bike taken by a motherfucking forsaken sucker MC that tries to take your shit all day. You know what that's like? I do, because I'm a gay rapper. I grew up different. I'm harder than you because I'm gayer than you. That's a gay rapping stance. And I'm also better at dancing. That's a stereotype. But it's about black people, not about gay people. Is it racist and homophobic to say, I'm a gay rapper, I dance twice as well? That would be a dangerous area. So you'd stay out of it. You'd say, I'm a gay rapper. I cut down a tree today. I took my shirt off in a non-binary way. I wrung it out. I drank a glass of lemonade and hung out. I looked real good to both sexes. I was wielding 2 axes. I'm a fucking gay lumberjack motherfucker. I'm gonna go to your house and tuck her in. Your children. And they're safe with me. Even though I have a gold tooth. I'll tell you the truth. I take it out before I suck dick. I'm gonna do it from 9 to 6. I'm a gay rapper, full time. I don't wanna get paid double time. Congress, coming for you. Gonna lay you down and do what you do to you. I'm gonna fuck your butt with my dick. And then make you sick, because my cum's so rich. You're my bitch, but not in a derogatory way. Unless you're not gay. Because if I'm gay and I'm fucking you, it's empowering to the... I'm a gay rapper. I'm a gay rapper. I love to make love to the same sex as me. And I still have the flow. And I still know what it means to grow and to fight everything that you don't know. Ignorance is my enemy. I fucked your mom, so... No, I didn't.
No more fucking mamas. No more
Why'd you
fucking
fuck
mamas.
a mom? Why'd you fuck a mom?
Never fucking mamas.
Why'd you fuck a mom?
Never fucked the mamas, because I was drunk. And she was trying to force me into a fucking mainstream template. She made me hate myself. Put my sexuality on the shelf. Every time you say self, you have to rhyme it with shelf. But I'm gay, so I'm gonna go lateral today. Self. Kelp. Elf. I'm a gay rapper. I put your mama on the shelf. I am a Christmas elf. Delivered a present, called my dick. She looked at it and said, "What's that?" Because your mama's gay. And she only was comfortable telling me. It's called disenfranchisement. Is that a surprise to you, man? When you marginalize a people, you're not going to get the truth at the steeple. It's going to happen in clutches. People go behind your back in hutches, and they gossip and they cat-ness. Never going back. Gay rapper. Look at my arms. Look at my pants. Look at my charms. Look at me working on the farm, raking, hoeing, feeding the pigs. Gay rapper. Working the land, making plants grow. Everything I know you don't know. You don't know what it's like on the other side. I'll make your butt twice as wide. I'm a gay rapper. We'll work on it. We'll work on a new stereotype. All right, well, thank you for coming. Brandon Johnson was your comptroller.
Thanks so much.
What do you think about that, Spencer?
Oh, it was great.
Seems like you're being sarcastic.
Oh, no, not at all.
That was
Spencer
one of the
Curtin.
best.
Thanks, guys.
Rob Corddry, did you have a good time? You had a good time?
Oh, I had a great time.
All right. Schrab,
best one yet.
Yeah, I had a good time too.
Yeah, it seems like you're being sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach McKeever, and in the back doing all the audio, and Chris Baruff, and I gotta get good at thanking everybody that helps on the show, because there's Sarah. I know there's Sarah, but I only know her first name, and so then I never thank Sarah because I don't memorize her last name.
She just wants to be called Sarah now, so that's cool.
I know, but
Like
now that it's
Madonna.
out in the open, yeah, I'm gonna start thanking Sarah, and I'm gonna learn her last name. I'm gonna stare at it on a poster. So I thank her by default all the time.
Just say Sarah, Sarah, so say it twice.
Is the show over? Because I got a hard out.
What's your heart out?
I gotta go play Minecraft.
I got a celebrity tennis tournament at 12:30.
I hope that gay rapper stuff flew. I don't know.
It was
I'm gonna listen
really
back to that and go,
good,
oh
man.
no, that could be taken
It was
out of
really
context.
good. That was my favorite rap ever.
All right. Okay, well, we'll see you next. Wait, no. Next week, I think I'm gone. I'm going. Cody's birthday. I'm going to Mexico, and
oh Jesus!
You gotta go to Mexico to celebrate that birthday.
Oh
huh?
God, we're losing him to Cody.
so I guess when we come back, maybe Jeff will be back. I don't know.
Maybe he will.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Maybe he won't. Maybe we're cool without him.
Maybe we're cool without
We just pushed Jeff out of the show that
All
he
right.
started with you.
Well, drive safe. Don't expect so many visuals next time. I got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, that got weird.
Thanks so much for coming to Harmontown, Burbank. We love you. Drive very quickly, but drive very safely. Please, if you see Jeff Davis, tell him we miss him so much.
Always announce. Feral Audio.
I can't believe how cold it is. It's so cold in here. Don't you think you should take your own phone and look at me now? I think it's so rude. You're so
As a branch of the United States
As a branch of the United States government, it is the mission of the National Security Agency to assess and flag citizens of the country who may present a threat to its security. The NSA has clearance to wiretap by any means necessary.
Tapped. Incidental recordings of private conversations from the files of the NSA.
Now on feralaudio.com.
Solo. I knew it.
All right, I got a good one going now. I have a partner.
There's always.
I have a partner or two. He is doing he's having a lawyer draw up a ballot initiative right now to rid California's pension fund of everything that's not SRIs, socially responsible investments, and that will fuck the whole world if we do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, because,
so is that like a switch
we invest a lot in tobacco and
Banking. A lot of banking,
the rest
a
of
lot
the
of oil.
and oil and stuff. If the sixth largest GDP in the country stops investing in oil and tobacco and things like that, then that will send a message. That's the only way to have the rest of the country give a fuck about us.
I wish there was a way that California could have its own health.
They're pushing
model.
for single payer. So California will eventually have its own health plan system. So I know that people are really trying, like you said, Rob, of making California be the place that people learn how to do things across the country, and that can happen because we're sort of light years ahead of the country as we speak.
Like the amazing thing would be California as the liberal version of the Iron Bank in Game of Thrones. That we're just like that with every state that starts to go bankrupt because of free market deregulation, and then their rivers start to be filled with bloodthirsty scorpions. Like they come to us, and we come out in robes and go like, well, let's open the books. Like
ideally,
looks like you have 3 congressmen that are Nazis. Like I don't think that's a good investment for us.
I recall it was
you go back to your people and have some rallies and clean up your state, because we have an election coming up and California doesn't want to live in shitland.
Right. You failed to legalize marijuana. Is that true?
But California, like we're the bluest state in the union, and you still saw the numbers. Like 3 out of 10 people at your Trader Joe's like secretly voted for Trump. It's like I'm sure those people aren't really like at Trader Joe's in Los Angeles, but
the Trader Joe's outside
in the
Riverside.
Inland Empire Trader Joe's. It's like Trader Jethro's. There's garlic stuffed meth.
What?
Organic? I was like, what happened with the little loop of conversation? Why was it so important that the number of times that she had done this or that, and you went into all this detail, and then I had questions, and she's like, oh yeah, I had an internal logic bump there, like because I just felt like the idea was I had never, ever done anything before. Then why would my blowjobs be so good?
Damn.
And she wasn't doing a bit. I was like, "Are you?" Like she was like so. I mean, it's I just
read Harmontown to justify.
Yeah,
she was trying to. Yeah,
for her, that's a matter of actual
She's a good writer.
Internal logic. Yeah,
when ego fucks up role play.
Yeah,
essentially.
4 or 5 though. I mean, that's a lot.
I mean, I wouldn't have been like, wait a minute, but
because your character was not. Your character didn't care.
Character was
old
experienced,
old helicopter pilot, old helicopter pilot, brand new private in the military.
Joshua Koppel asks on Twitter, is the Community movie basically a no-go, asking for a friend? I don't know. I don't know why I saved that question.
Here's a related question. Did you ever watch the TV show The Cape?
I saw no.
Oh man, it was great. There was an episode where there was this autistic chick who could like murder people with math. It was great. Well, she didn't really murder people. I think she just stopped an elevator or something. I don't know. Continue.
She could murder people.
She could have, but she was a good person.
You minus life equals corpse.
And then they cloned her brain and made her into a Siri console. And they were like, everyone can use this. It's a good show.
Because is that a cape power? The ability to make someone into a Siri?
No, the bad guy was trying to make series for everybody. But the bad part
television
is imprison the chick. No, Rob.
You got so disappointed.
Because there's so many great places to pitch a series right now.
That's true.
Did you guys know about that young lady who stayed at that hotel in L.A. and then they found her body in the water
no, I do not.
Tower?
Yeah.
Downtown?
Doesn't sound funny at all.
No, it's not.
Is this recent?
Are you guys? What's that? Sorry. Elisa Lamb. Like bad. Okay.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, it's not. I mean,
let's all
I
make
was
lamb
stricken
noises.
suddenly with like, okay, well, say her name.
The guy behind you tried his best to make a joke out of it.
She at one point she started following everyone named Cody Heller on Facebook and stuff like that. I do that. I have a couple Dan Harmon friends.
Yeah. No, everyone should do that.
I think it's fun.
You want to find out what you look like if your parents had actually fed you vegetables.
Yeah. I also...
I follow a
you
guy
want to find like the better version of you, because if there's like there's a better Brandon Johnson out there, like he's fucking successful and he's handsome, and I'm like, I'll kill this dude.
I follow a guy whose first name is Corddry.
Really?
Yeah. Because his parents were a fan of my distant cousins, who was a journalist for the Washington Post back in the 60s, and he asked Ronald Reagan a question once in the 80s, and they were like, yes, he did, and they named him Corddry. His first name is Corddry, so shout out.
One of the guys I follow on Twitter is Dan Garman. and so when things are real bad, like after the election, I'll just check in with him and go, what's going on in your universe? Is it
you're treating it like your parallel
Did Donald Grump get elected? But he's always like, no, it's the same here. My name's just different than yours. Just your fame doesn't make me an object. Anyways, Cody follows a bunch of Cody Hellers, who are all dudes, basically. Cody's more, I guess, skews more of a dude name. But it's just the only reason that's important is, but all this is just a random video from YouTube. And if you're listening, you'll hear the audio. The video is simply, we'll tell you what the video is, but the audio is where it's at.
Speaking of hearing the audio, we're going to need to plug in that headphone jack.
Good call. Good call, Spencer.
Oh, brother.
Do you follow any Spencers, or are you curious?
No, I think it's a really weird thing to do. Maybe it's because I have a weird name, but yeah.
Are there dicks in this?
No.
Okay. Just asking. I think that's a reasonable question.
In context, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you made it a point to say that Codys are usually men.
Oh, yeah, well, but, I mean, there's a... It takes place in a karate dojo, this video, so I guess you could say there's like 50 dicks, but so it's just this video that's posted of this guy Cody Heller's YouTube page, and I guess what it is him I think it's Cody Heller, who I think is maybe a Russian guy or a Polish guy, I don't know, or maybe it's of your experiences and behaviors, like. You can't actually, so if you just keep thinking about action, it'll never result in action. Whereas if you do things, it'll result in new thought. So you have to act to create new thought. You can't think to create new action. And that really made sense to me and also bummed me the fuck out, because as with the elliptical thing, it's like, yeah, I have to get on the elliptical. The answer to what happened to the elliptical sessions is I stopped doing it because maybe a vacation or maybe a bad mood or a holiday or something, some excuse I had, something that interrupted, I can't get on the elliptical. And then so then my behavior changed, and then my thought changed, and my thought never started. And it's like I have to just get on the goddamn elliptical, at which point my thought will change again. And it's kind of a bummer, because you're like, you have to do shit that you don't really think about doing in order to think new stuff. That sucks.
Yeah. Or because we're creatives, we get shit on for not having a 9-to-5 necessarily. So when we want to go to the beach or go thrift shopping or go do something that seems like it's anti-productive, we feel guilty. But the act of getting up and walking around, even if it's to do something that's kind of bullshit, actually steers us back into writing and being creative.
Well,
but
Cody
we never get taught that.
Yeah.
We always get, keep your claps for creation. Half y'all motherfuckers should be at home writing right now. Don't try to professionally procrastinate with me. I go see Dan Harmon. You should be writing in your journal. So it sucks because we get told we want to fuck off and drink, smoke a little pot, do something on just a Tuesday at noon. But we get told that's shameful. You shouldn't do that. But it's actually for us.
That's garbage. Yeah, that's total garbage. Cody just went through this. She's 12 years younger than me. which is it's weird because her blowjobs are like a 50-year-old's.
That is hilarious.
But it seems like you've done this 900,000 times. But because she's 12 years younger than me, so I'm kind of watching another writer go through a lot of shit that I have gone through, and I have my own problems, but I do know for sure. Like I tell, because I watch, first of all, the fact that like, you know, just like Dorothy Parker said, I hate writing. I love having written. Like that's what I watch her like hate the process, and then she just wants everybody to read her shit, and like she gets this like fix for 5 seconds of like, oh, I did a good job, and then this crash. But also just like the endless punishment of the self for not writing, which doesn't really make any sense because
you might have broke a new story.
Who's a gay rapper?
Queen Latifah's gay.
Queen Latifah.
Oh, okay, guy.
MC Light.
Guy.
MC Light is gay.
Gay man. I didn't know I was Frank
Ocean's not really a rapper.
Well,
he's more of a singer.
Oh man,
he is more of a singer. Look, hey, I don't hear no gay rock stars. And there's nobody. Freddie Mercury. You're right.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to talk about white stuff.
Well, yeah, but hold on. You can't. Where Freddie Mercury, that's like curating history. Like, was he openly gay when he?
No.
Brother, I know the band's name was Queen, and I know how they dressed, but I also Judas Priest was the same way, and believe me, my mom did not know Queen was gay. Nor did my brother, who was like, I want to be free. Like he was like, this fucking thing fucks ass. like we were all like watching Flash Gordon and being like, fucking Queen rocks. Like, let's go get laid with pussies. There was possible to. I don't know if Freddie Mercury was he openly gay when Queen was like topping the charts. That's weird because like Judas Priest was like the what was his name? Sorry, the Halford. I mean, you know, we look and we laugh. We go like back then, but like the truth is that it was like a weird thing. Like it's always been that way. Like you have Paul Lynde in the Hollywood Squares, and he's just going like, oh, I think I do it with this way. And everyone's like, that's hilarious. He's so silly. Yeah. And
Liberace.
We're able to like, we're weird with.
My grandmother had one of her best friends was named Donald. I don't remember his last name. He's dead. He's long dead. But he was a confirmed bachelor. That's what she used to call it. And that's what you know, like liberal people called gay people back then.
That's the funniest joke in Lego Batman. I don't know if it made the final cut or if I saw like an animatic that didn't. The Lego Batman. Batman at one point says to Alfred, "Are you?" Because Batman's like Alfred's suggesting he settle down, and Batman goes like, "Are you? Do you know what the term confirmed bachelor means?" And Alfred's like, "Do you?" I don't know. Was that in the theatrical release, or did that just make it right to the end? And they're like, "You can't. But,
you can't do that."
I love that.
There will be. Certainly someone will come out of the closet.
Those Lego movies are fucking ass. Just trying to get it started.
Yep.
These are privileges, and you should either be born rich if you want those things, or you should work really fucking hard or get really lucky, and that's what capitalism is. And like, I don't see why you people are bitching so much and why we should have to pay for your AIDS and your cancer. And I'm telling you, like when I went to Fiji, it was like. I just, like the life expectancy of the people that work by the pool is like fucking 20 years less than the people that in spite of the great water.
I love their water.
Like, this is a real thing. If you look at
I'll pay extra for their water.
Yeah, the water's.
If you look at third world countries that have resort sentiment stuff, it's just like that is the way that your Republican congressmen see the future. Like they don't see a problem with the idea that being poor should equate to a 20-year less lifespan. And that's what's really being said to you right now is yeah, enough's enough. Like we lived in La La Land long enough of this idea that everyone was going to have coverage. If you get cancer and you're poor, then you're going to die. That is the real conversation that's happening. And I don't know why I'm lecturing you like you don't know that, but I'm just saying like I just want to say it out loud because like some of us, I think we're walking around going, is that what's really being said right now? Or because we're so used to this chatter of like, oh, I think so. Iowa Senator so and so just said the blah 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 because it's called this senator. It's like we kind of like are still in this mode where we're calling each other out on semantics, but we've gotten to a point where the semantics don't matter. The actual fundamental thought that's being communicated to us is that they actually think that you should die. They're actually telling you to fuck off and die. And they're saying it in different ways. And people are at town halls going, you're telling us to fuck off and die. We see you. We hear you. That's what you're saying. And they're running out of the town halls and hiding. And they just did this thing anyway. Despite they're saying like, they're just doing what they were going to do anyway. It's fucking insane. I have no solutions as usual. But
resist. We have solutions.
Do you have any idea how much harder it is to do what they've just done for the last 2 months than it is to call for impeachment? Like Google Bill Clinton impeach. Like they fucking know how to do this shit. Democrat, Republican, Congress people know how to move to impeach. It's not that difficult. And everyone is just. They're just holdovers from a different time. I don't know what to do. Do we grab pitchforks? They're killing us. Yeah. They're going to kill us.
We continue to monetize the Democratic push for 2018. We take Congress back. We all can write legislation. That's the great thing about America is that anyone in this room could write a bill and then push it. You would start at your state level. So we are kind of fucked, but we do outnumber.
And Terrence Harrison Harold, what is your full name that you shortened to Harry?
Everybody, look, in these rude economic times, with global war impending, women's rights being infringed upon at every angle, we forget about the actual victims. People like famous comedian Lewis Black, who has ranted so much and so hard that he's run out of rants.
The millennial barbarians are at the gate. There's not anything left to complain about.
So Lewis Black turns to you, good fans, to help him rant more. He ranted himself out. He's all out of rant. Pay the rants, everybody.
So here's what you can do now. You can get upset about something. Type your little angry heart out, right. Send it to Lewis Black, and hear his famously edgy, hoarse, irritated voice.
And he'll pay you top dollar.
Well, I don't know about that. He's just look. He's ranted about a lot, and It's time for you to take over.
I would guess maybe. If I haven't spoken to Lewis about this, and I can call him Lewis because I never met him. That maybe he's found out from his fans that they have a lot to get off their chest, and he's like, I would love to share your pain. Mm-hmm. Let me help you share your pain. Lewis with a W, but don't guess where.
The amazing thing is this show is written by the fans, like you. You write your own rants. You send them in.
Hey, do you guys have things to get off your chest? Are you also a fan of Lewis Black screaming outrage into a microphone? You now get to put your words into his mouth. It's where the fans hit the shit.
I mean, how many times have you heard about something written by the fans? Lassie was written by the fans. Cheers. Gilligan's Island. All pornography. Lewis Black, he has a show on Audible channels called The Rant is Due. Lewis Black, The Rant is Due.
I just wrote down some of my complaints about how hard it is to find a good tailor in Los Angeles. Would you do it as Lewis Black right now? Would you?
Sure.
What is going on with the lack of tailors in this city? How can you not find a good tailor?
And so on. You can imagine.
Yeah, but Lewis Black Show is the funny, not coffee version of this. Harmontown is you ranting for free.
So all you got to do is go to audible.com/Lewis Black, LEWIS Black, and guess what? The latest episode is free.
Right now.
Let's go to one thought-provoking Twitter question. I'm so stoked about my technology. Oh, this fucking not Dan Harmon guy keeps responding to everything. All right. How do you feel about LA versus New York and the impassioned back and forth suturing through their greed? They're like coalescing and going like, but at the end of the day, we love money. And they're solidifying, and the Democrats are going like, remember that thing you said on that march, motherfucker? Like we're in danger of further fragmentization in a way. But it's like, and it's this whole conundrum where you're like, you want to fight the Death Star, and there's no better way to do it, it seems, than by constructing a bigger space station that can destroy more planets. And how do you do that? Except, well, we should have more black in our costumes, and we should. And then there's the people that keep going, "What are we doing? Stop!"
Yeah.
Like
one of the issues is that we didn't. I think the left didn't know how fragmented it was. I think a lot of people on that side assumed that we had gotten past some things like racism and misogyny. And what we're learning about ourselves, I think, is that there's still a lot of bullshit in our own party. So it's hard for us to come together.
And we're also learning, I hope, that it's called fucking politics and democracy because if the issues are super fundamental and you're fighting for things that are as fundamental as like almost like people should have water, then that means the war you're fighting is between armies so big, a huge majority of the people fighting side by side with you are going to be fucking stupid. Because most people are dumb. So if you're waiting for a political party that's going to, 1, be all smart people, and 2, win, then you're a fucking idiot that's just on the sidelines like Statler and Waldorf just going like, oh, more like Muppet stupid. I'm just not impressed by that anymore. Like I used to be one of those guys, you know? I was like a fucking like weird third party like guy, and now I'm like fucking cucked out and like I'm libbed up and demmed down and
cucked out and libbed out.
I'm eating that Hillary pussy and fucking like I don't know, man. I'm just like fucking. We gotta it's the thing that shook me up. My fragile straight white like eggshell was the idea that so if I just keep sitting here and going, you know why that's stupid. You know why that doesn't make sense? You know, all I need is a blaster by my side. I don't believe in no force. That if I keep doing that, I'm going to end up living in a universe controlled by lizard people. And then that's no good for my smuggling neither. And so I'm just like, I was like, I'm not just going to like keep going, yeehaw! At the end of the movie, I need to like actually like notarize shit. I don't know fucking what the hell you're supposed to do. I have is part of the process. You're like a little cauldron or an oven. You're not going to be like a happy camper the whole time if you're making something that consists of all of the emotional things that human beings go through when they go through a story. Like part of that is going to be you being all bummed out with yourself and like sleeping or playing video games or just getting high and like beating your head against a wall or watching Ben Affleck movies. Like you're just doing all the things that people do to torture themselves. But here's the crazy thing that happened. Like Cody was like, she wrote 2 scripts that were really good. She did her job. She had a deal to write these 2 scripts, and she wrote them. She turned them in, and they were like, these are great. Can we get 2 more? Which is like their way of saying these 2 are great. And I knew that would happen. And she's like, okay, I got to do 2 more. And then she was like, I'll have them done tomorrow because she was on this high, which is also fine to be wrong about what you think you're going to be able to do. But then she crashed. She's like, wait, I don't feel like writing anymore. Yeah. And then she was like, I feel so sad. And I was like, you're supposed to feel sad. Just lay there. And it's like this weird conversation to have with somebody where they're like, I feel sad. I feel untalented. I feel not like doing anything. I feel like laying here like a lump. And to say to somebody, that's what you should be doing. That's what you should be feeling.
How long do you recommend that goes on? I mean, eventually you're going to have to get back to work, right?
But it's a couple weeks. I don't know. It kind of depends.
It's the masterpiece race. if you make a masterpiece, it could go on for the next 30 years.
Right.
Because it's so hard to churn out a masterpiece in your lifetime. But if you haven't churned out a masterpiece, your ass should probably wake up every day at 9 and get to it. You know.
But she went through a couple weeks where she finally, because her therapist and I were saying the same thing, which is like, you're fine. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Just lay there like a lump and watch Forensic Files. And that's what we did for weeks. And then the really funny thing was that at the end of it, she got up one morning and she was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go somewhere, and I gotta write. I think I'm gonna go into a hotel for a couple days. And I immediately was like, what the fuck? But it took me a whole day to realize I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't like, because it was like I had become the cocoon, and so for her to finish, it's not like a butterfly goes like, I'm stoked about being in a cocoon, slippity doo dah, flying away. Do we have to pay for that if I say that on the stream? But of course you're gonna be like, the first thing that you're gonna do isn't gonna be like, I feel like writing. You're gonna be like frustrated and go like, God damn it, I fucking can't stand it anymore, which is different from I feel so dead, I feel like I can't do anything. Those are two different things. If you feel irritation, that's like coming out of an egg. Which one was Pierce Brosnan in, Volcano or Dante's Peak? Dante's Peak.
Many great movies.
So like, I don't know, either do or don't name your characters Harry and Terry if you're in an action film. Yeah, all right. I saved the worst for last. I understand. But yeah, it's Harry, Terry, Harry, can you hear me? Terry, where are you? Harry, wait, I'm Harry.
Terrence, Harrison, Terrence, Harrison,
Harold. What is your full name that you shortened to Harry?
Everybody, look, in these rude economic times, with global war impending, women's rights being infringed upon at every angle, we forget about the actual victims. People like famous comedian Lewis Black, who has ranted so much and so hard that he's run out of rants.
The millennial barbarians are at the gate. There's not anything left to complain about.
So Lewis Black turns to you, good fans, to help him rant more. He ranted himself out. He's all out of rant. Pay the rants, everybody.
So here's what you can do now. You can get upset about something, type your little angry heart out, send it to Lewis Black, and hear his famously edgy, hoarse, irritated voice.
And he'll pay you top dollar.
Well, I don't know about that. He's just look, he's ranted about a lot, and it's time for you to take over.
I would guess maybe if I mean, I haven't spoken to Lewis about this, and I can call him Lewis because I've never met him, that maybe he's found out from his fans that they have a lot to get off their chest, and he's like, I would love to share your pain. Mm-hmm. Let me help you share your pain. Lewis with a W, but don't guess where.
The amazing thing is this show is written by the fans, like you. You write your own rants. You send them in.
Hey, do you guys have things to get off your chest? Are you also a fan of Lewis Black screaming outrage into a microphone? You now get to put your words into his mouth. It's where the fans hit the shit.
I mean, how many times have you heard about something written by the fans? Lassie was written by the fans. Cheers. Gilligan's Island. All pornography. Lewis Black, he has a show on Audible channels called The Rant is Due. Lewis Black, The Rant is Due.
I just wrote down some of my complaints about how hard it is to find a good tailor.
And we've been stalling.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I probably won't do this every, I don't know if I'll do it every week.
Make us wait?
I'm experimenting with her. I didn't make you wait for any. Just shut up. It's like I got two Robs up here.
That's a good Rob.
There's a fucking point to that. If either of you steps out of line, it's like, look to your left.
It's a P-Roblem.
Oh, shit.
and I'm someone's dad.
So I got like topics tonight.
It's just like a slide.
This is my mind map. I got entertainment, politics, psychology, art, science, and culture.
Brandon's face is on culture.
Thank you, Brandon, for posing for those of you that they're just laughing at the fact that I've got a mind map set up here, but the podcast is still going to be very audio friendly, like, so I don't know that I'll have all Sunday to, like, you know. I talked about heartburn. I didn't talk about Ruby Ridge. I saw a documentary about Ruby Ridge. Do you know anything about that? You ever hear of Ruby Ridge?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
It was like the prequel to Waco that makes you go, like, well, why did Waco happen? Why didn't they learn anything? Because it's just like the government was just like, oh, first they entrapped a guy. Like, they were worried because there were Nazis in the woods. Like there are people out there. But it's like, now I think you'd watch that and go, like, God, the glory days. Remember when the Nazis were in the woods? Just running around being Nazis and having like little things, burning things, and like dancing and going like, we ought to be in the city, and like, I'd love to sing higher with more people. Well, you can't. You got to stay in the woods. Jethro Hitler. But, you know, because now they're in the White House, and it's worse, isn't it? It's worse when they're in the White House.
It's pretty bad.
I always go, when I go back to, I grew up in New England. Whenever I go back there, there's bunkers everywhere, like old cement bunkers from World War II. And it always seems so cute. It's like adorable. Like, oh, look, they thought people were going to attack from the sea. No, it's going to be electronically, you fucking dummies.
Pepe the Frog will be the submarine that...
Gonna hack your Amazon account.
Don't you feel bad for that?
Buy some DVDs.
But I've never had sex before. I could go at any second. I'm in my 90s. Could you please help a poor old lady out? Could you help a poor old lady out?
It's so hard right now.
As she's fading out in her twilight. Could you help me? Let me put my teeth in.
Look, I'm not proud of, you know, that's why it's the bedroom and not the boardroom. Although we've done that too. We talked about the boardroom, but I
note to self: stay away from the Starburns.
No.
Conference room
Australia
table.
No, stop it.
I'm having my sandwich on the table here.
During the taboo fantasy, I was like, well, if you ever done this before, and she was like, well, a couple times. I mean, 4 or 5, and I was like, okay. And then I had more questions. I'm like, with whom? And then we went into, and it was a kind of a circuitous path to then, you know, just we did what
like the boardroom.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you know, we like to review,
give notes.
Right. It's not less notes, more accolades. I think like it was like award ceremonies.
When you said this, I thought it was really good.
I don't feel like your arc really would have done that.
That was really good. That was really good.
Thank you for giving me a Latin surname. There's not enough diversity in these scenarios. I really appreciate it. I was very proactive of you. We give each other little props and high fives, and I was like, what happened with the little loop of conversation? Why was it so important that the number of times that she had done this or that, and you went into all this detail, and then I had questions, and she's like, oh yeah, I had an internal logic bump there, like, because I just felt like the idea was I had never ever done anything before. Then why would my blowjobs be so good?
Damn.
And she wasn't doing a bit. I was like, "Are you?" Like she was like so. I mean, it's I just
read Harmontown to justify.
Yeah,
she was trying to. Yeah,
for her, that's a matter of actual
good writer.
Internal logic. Yeah,
when ego fucks up role play.
Yeah,
essentially.
4 or 5 though. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been like, wait a minute.
The Robs are gesturing to each other to go through the stairs. They went up together at the same time. I'm narrating.
We came up together at the same time.
This is a great live show and a better live stream, but it's also an audio podcast.
Yeah.
To those listeners at home, we did a fantastic bit.
And I narrated
even though no one laughed at it. It was funny in a very subtle way.
I really liked it. I really liked what we did. I thought it was
really good.
It was great.
It was really good.
Daniel,
we were on the same page.
Hello.
Come on, Harmon, don't fuck this up.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
The thing's not coming up that's asking me if I want a mirror.
Oh, no.
Why is the mannequin hid behind the dollhouse? Why is it... What?
Nice.
You thought I was the mannequin?
There were people that thought...
That's a compliment. That's a sexy mannequin.
You think I'm that thin?
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
All you could see is the dome. All right. Okay. All right.
And you saw fishnets.
Got it. Okay.
You were like...
You ready, Dan? We've been stalling.
Yeah. So, I don't know if, I probably won't do this every... I don't know if I'll do it every week.
Make us wait?
I'm experimenting with our... I didn't make you wait for any... Just shut up. It's like I got two Robs up here.
That's a good problem.
There's a fucking point to that. If either of you steps out of line, it's like, look to your left.
It's a P-Roblem.
Oh shit.
And I'm someone's dad.
So I got like topics tonight.
It's just like a slide.
This is my mind map. I got entertainment, politics, psychology, art, science, and culture.
Brandon's face is on culture.
Thank you, Brandon, for posing for those of you that they're just laughing at the fact that I've got a mind map set up here, but the podcast is still going to be very audio friendly, like, so I don't know that I'll have all Sunday to like,
Oh my God.
Okay, you've done enough, by the way, belt-wise, as far as I'm concerned, but now he keeps going.
You can't hold them. It's better you can't hold them.
I see his face.
You can't
do weird stuff to the belt.
Yeah. That's just a... And he hands it off to a guy who just like ties it like a karate belt, and then they hug. Right?
Then they hug.
Yeah. Let's just listen to him again.
His name is Cordy. Come in here, Cordy. Come in here, Cordy. Let me in. Cordy, Cordy. Me filho, Cordy. Aê, Cordy.
It just sounds like he's up to something. Is that like is that an Eastern European stereotype? Is that like it's like if you have an Arkansas accent, people like it's bad. We're closed-minded. We think you're dumb because you talk like this. But like and then, is it like if you sound like Eastern European, you sound like you're gonna like fucking murder
That's
someone?
like that guy's from the Alabama of Chechnya.
Corey, come here. Yeah, no, we got your guns in the car. We never cut your head and hands off so the fingerprints and teeth can be identified. I'm Greek, not Serbian. All right, and I just wanted to share that. I found this on my YouTube channel, and I don't know if I ever shared this with anybody. This is from Forensic Files. Again, if you're listening, just listen. There's nothing visual you have to...
A poison that kills instantly. According to forensic pathologist Dr. John Butt.
Dr. John Butt?
Dr. John
You just don't get any simpler than that.
What Forensic Files were they trying to get underneath?
I don't think it was Forensic Files, but that was what's his name? The guy.
The poor man's Forensic Files.
Yeah.
What was his name? The guy that
Rasputin.
And then here's the only other video clip, and again, totally audio friendly for those of you fucking assholes that just listen for free and complain. This is from the movie. Which one was Pierce Brosnan in, Volcano or Dante's Peak? Dante's Peak.
Many great movies.
So, I don't know. Either do or don't name your characters Harry and Terry if you're in an action film.
Terry! Talk to me! Terry, can you hear us? I'm coming
Nor did my brother, who was like, I want to be free. He was like, this fucking thing fucks ass. We were all watching Flash Gordon and being like, fucking Queen rocks. Let's go get laid with pussies. It was possible I don't know if Freddie Mercury was he openly gay when Queen was topping the charts. That's weird because Judas Priest was the what was his name? Sorry, the Halpern. I mean, we look and we laugh. We go back then, but the truth is that it was a weird thing. It's always been that way. You have Paul Lynde in the Hollywood Squares, and he's just going oh, I think I do it with this way, and everyone's like, that's hilarious. He's so silly. Yeah. And
Liberace.
We're able to we're weird with.
My grandmother had one of her best friends was named Donald. I don't remember his last name. He's dead. He's long dead. But he was a confirmed bachelor. That's what she used to call it. And that's what liberal people called gay people back then.
That's the funniest joke in Lego Batman. I don't know if it made the final cut or if I saw an animatic that didn't. The Lego Batman. Batman at one point says to Alfred, "Are you?" Because Batman's Alfred's suggesting he settle down, and Batman goes "Are you? Do you know what the term confirmed bachelor means?" And Alfred's like, "Do you?" I don't know. Was that in the theatrical release, or did they did that just make it right to the end? And they're like, "You can't. But,
you can't do that."
I love that.
There will be. Certainly someone will come out of the closet.
Those Lego movies are fucking ass. Just trying to get it started.
Yep.
Fucking ass and taking same-sex names. All right. Well, we've certainly done our share of show. These kids have jobs in the morning. Congress is.
We got to get these kids home.
Yeah. I believe there's a law brewing where you don't get time and a half anymore, I think. So they got to get up bright and early because they have to work 3 times as long to make the same money.
You guys don't get paid for coming to the show anymore.
Yeah. Let's close the show with an amazing improvised musical thing that I'm very passionate about and totally sober enough to law keeping you from being able to say anything. They're only saying this hurts me, and that's their First Amendment right. And like that's the beautiful thing about language is someone being able to reach out to you and say, when you say the word pickle, my dad hit me with pickles, so it causes a reaction in me. You don't have to. You don't have to be like, you piece of shit, you Nazi fuckface. Pickle, pickle, pickle! Get your hands off my body! It's not. No one is touching you. No one's trying to take your words away. That's one person, and they might not be an expert in telling you. They might be a dummy. They might be an entitled piece of shit. Like maybe they're an unlikable fucking oaf that also, in addition to that, gets hurt when they hear the word pickle. Maybe they're lying. Maybe they love the joy of being hurt by things. Maybe they're dishonest. But the larger truth is, you can keep saying the word pickle all you want. There's a
oh, thank goodness. I use that word all the time. I'm sorry. I interrupted your train of thought. Go ahead.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going. Keep going.
Let's turn it over to you guys.
Shit. No.
You don't have to listen to what these pickles have to say.
You were on a roll.
Anyways, yeah, I think I look at that whole thing and I was like, I think everybody played it right. I mean, I think anybody hashtagging Fire Colbert is kind of dumb. I think that's really stupid because like that's not going to solve anything, and you're actually not speaking. You're not using your I statements. You're not saying. I think a hashtag like I don't, I'm gay and that hurts my feelings. It's probably too long a hashtag. Like something where you're like accountable, where you go like, I don't like the smell of that. And then there's like hashtags are for like solidarity, where you go, plus I'm not alone, check it out. But we have to get over that mob mentality too, because there's a lot of people that deserve respect that shouldn't be required to have 1 million people marching before we give them our respect. Anyways, like Colbert said, Trump sucks on Putin's dick, and then but he did it in the midst of an important fucking tirade about what a piece of shit this horrible criminal president was, and how offensive he was, and how he's not entitled to his own feelings, and he can get up and have a hissy fit whenever he doesn't feel comfortable in an interview because he's a fucking piece of human garbage. And when Colbert gets upset and his words have power and things, and in the midst of that he said like, oh, he sucks on Putin's dick, and then people are like, that hurts, or that's homophobia, and like half of them were conservative or whatever, and then Colbert's quote-unquote apology was like, I used words that were more harsh than maybe they should have been, but I would have said, I'd say it again. I'd do the thing that I did again.
Well, you used the word cock holster.
I want you to get off the Prilosec because it causes Alzheimer's. Like, he acted like I said nothing. He just pretended that it was his idea. I was like, what the fuck?
Maybe he heard your impression of him.
Danny, whatever, man. Is it rude to blow your nose in a restaurant? Is it?
Yes.
But I think I don't mean to ask you a question and then disagree with you, but I think the answer is a case-by-case basis. I think if you can tell, it's going to be audible, like what's in there. I think if
I think no one should ever sneeze.
I think if
I hold in my sneezes, I'd say like 95% of the time, and I'd say it's the right thing to do.
I certainly wish to rip off a thought from Karen and Georgia on My Favorite Murder. They were talking about shout sneezers, people that scream when they people that are just like like stop doing that. That's a choice. Yeah. That's a choice.
Another thing you could do is you could turn a sneeze into a yell where you go
Yeah. But I'll tell you this, man. Nothing is more nerve-wracking than people. No, I mean, the people when they go like, and you're like, God, Jesus Christ, you're killing yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody doing that. Yeah, don't do that for me. Like,
I'm just doing it.
Let it out.
But that's part of why you do it. Because
their eyes are gonna
that's what exactly it. That's the stigma. Like you're gonna get a stroke or something. Wouldn't that be amazing if someone was like? and they just like topple over and their eye turns red. It would be amazing. He was so polite. And then his head exploded.
It killed him. He was a doctor, but he died at 50 because he was a polite doctor. Yeah. Well, I don't think I had anything else to say, except that I blew my nose in a restaurant at House of Pies today, and I was like, first of all, it's House of Pies, so the bar is lowered, and but then I blew it, and I was like, I bet nobody wanted to hear that, like because it's one thing. There's a nose blow where it just sounds like there's you're just blowing your nose, and then there's nose blows that's like, oh, two things just came out.
I don't know if that
you
should
just hear
be
like the thump, thump. No one wants to hear Foley work like when you're blowing your nose. I think if it's one sound effect of guy blowing his nose on the sound effect record, fine. If it's two sound effects of like grape coming out of a garden hose or something,
it's still a record. In your mind, it's still a sound effect record, which I love.
Thanks so much.
What do you think about that, Spencer?
Oh, it was great.
Seems like you're being sarcastic.
Oh, no, not at all.
That was
Spencer
one of the best.
Thanks, guys.
Rob Corddry, did you have a good time? You had a good time?
Oh, I had a great time.
All right.
Yeah.
Schrab,
best one yet.
Yeah, I had a good time too.
Yeah. It seems like you're being sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach McKeever, and in the back doing all the audio, and Chris Baruff, and I gotta get good at thanking everybody that helps on the show, because there's Sarah. I know there's Sarah, but I only know her first name, and so then I never thank Sarah because I don't memorize her last name.
She just wants to be called Sarah now, so that's cool.
I know, but
like
now
Madonna.
that it's out in the open, I'm gonna start thanking Sarah, and I'm gonna learn her last name. I'm gonna stare at it on a poster. So I thank her by default all the time.
Just say Sarah, so say it twice.
Is the show over? Because I got a hard out.
What's your hard out?
I gotta go play Minecraft.
I got a celebrity tennis tournament at 12:30.
I hope that gay rapper stuff flew. I don't know.
It was
I'm gonna listen
really
back to that and
good,
go,
man.
no, that could be taken out of context.
Good. That was my favorite rap ever.
All right. Okay, well, we'll see you next... Wait, no. Next week, I think I'm gone. I'm going... Cody's birthday. I'm going to Mexico and...
Oh, Jesus.
You gotta go to Mexico to celebrate that birthday, huh?
Oh, God. We're losing him to Cody.
So I guess when we come back, maybe Jeff will be back? I
don't know. Maybe he will.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
Aww.
Maybe he won't. Maybe we're cool without him.
Maybe we're cool without
We just pushed Jeff out of the show that he started with you.
Well, drive safe. Don't expect so many visuals next time. I got kind of bored with it.
Yeah, that got weird.
Thanks so much for coming to Harmontown, Burbank. We love you. Drive very quickly, but drive very safely.
All right.
Please, if you see Jeff Davis, tell him we miss him so much.
Always an Feral Audio.
I can't believe how cold it is. It's so cold in here. Don't you think you took your off?
Look at me now. Now you think so.
I think it's so rude. You're so cold.
As a branch of the United States government,
do things across the country, and that can happen because we're sort of light years ahead of the country as we speak.
We should like the amazing thing would be California as the liberal version of the Iron Bank in Game of Thrones. That we're just like that with every state that starts to go bankrupt because of free market deregulation, and their rivers start to be filled with bloodthirsty scorpions. Like they come to us, and we come out in robes and go like, well, let's open the books. Like
ideally,
looks like like you have 3 congressmen that are Nazis. Like, I don't think that's a good investment for us.
I recall it was
you should go back to your people and have some rallies and clean up your state, because we have an election coming up and California doesn't want to live in shitland.
Right. You failed to legalize marijuana. Is that true?
But you know, California, like you know, we're the bluest state in the union, and you still saw the numbers. Like 3 out of 10 people at your Trader Joe's like secretly voted for Trump. It's like, I'm sure those people aren't really like at Trader Joe's in Los Angeles, but
no, the Trader Joe's at outside
in the
Riverside.
Inland Empire Trader Joe's. It's like Trader Jethro's. There's garlic stuffed meth.
What?
Organic? But yeah,
it sucks because we were chilling, man, and now we all gotta get busy.
Yeah, we had such a great time.
We were having a great time.
We were having such a good time.
We were having a good time.
But aren't you worried about you're better off like
better off now?
Yeah. You're not a Trump supporter, but we're
better off now because we're energized.
Oh shit! Did I just say that?
Yeah, now you're involved.
Yeah, I mean, potentially we're better off.
Oh man.
Come on.
By all means, interrupt them.
Something that does concern me, or that I see it coming, is like, I think there's going to be a bunch of Republicans or libertarians that in the next couple of years, they're going to start receding to a position of, they're going to go, we're Disrupticons. Like, we never supported Trump or believed that he was good for the country. We just saw that you libtard snowflakes needed some shaking up, and we were right about that. And I can't wait to spit in their face, and like, I'm just so panicked about it's the whole Bernie Hillary holdover. It's the socialists versus the liberals. Like what this thing of like it's like the Republican Party got hacked. Decim town halls in hiding, and they just did this thing anyway. In spite, they're saying like they're just doing what they were going to do anyway. It's fucking insane. I have no solutions as usual. But
resist. We have solutions.
Do you have any idea how much harder it is to do what they've just done for the last 2 months than it is to call for impeachment? Like, Google Bill Clinton impeach. Like they fucking know how to do this shit. Democrat, Republican, Congress people know how to move to impeach. It's not that difficult. And everyone is just. They're just holdovers from a different time. I don't know what to do. Do we grab pitchforks? They're killing us. Yeah. They're going to kill us.
We continue to monetize the Democratic push for 2018. We take Congress back. We all can write legislation. That's the great thing about America, is that anyone in this room could write a bill and then push it. You would start at your state level. So we are kind of fucked, but we do outnumber them. There is hope. We are learning. Am I right? Are we learning how to mobilize?
And also, here in California, especially, because we have one of the largest GDPs in the world.
Number 6.
Number 6, guys. 6. That's pretty good. So that actually commands a lot of power.
You talking about California?
California.
Yeah. That's why. GDP. Yeah, I want to every time I talk about politics, we end up realizing the solution is to act locally, clean up our own shit, and then set an example for the outlying territories. But fucking California should just become. We don't have to secede. We can functionally secede by being the only state in the union that's in the black.
Everything they say is right on the money. The secession people,
right?
But I mean, come on, we're not going to secede.
Well, it's like why?
I think it's just like an extreme thing they say to let's talk about these issues.
Right.
And my producing partner came up with a great idea.
I knew the producing you were doing wasn't solo. I knew it.
All right, I got a good one going now. I have a partner.
There's always.
I have a partner or two. He is doing he's having a lawyer draw up a ballot initiative right now to rid California's pension fund of everything that's not SRIs, socially responsible investments. And that will fuck the whole world if we do that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
No, because,
so is that like a switch
we invest a lot in tobacco and
banking. A lot of banking,
the rest
a lot
of the
oil.
And
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have been like, wait a minute, but
because your character was not your character.
No,
didn't
your
care.
character was experienced,
old helicopter pilot,
old
helicopter pilot, brand new private in the military.
Joshua Koppel asks on Twitter, is the Community movie basically a no-go? Asking for a friend. I don't know. I don't know why I saved that question.
Here's a related question. Did you ever watch the TV show The Cape?
I saw no.
Oh man, it was great. There was an episode where there was this autistic chick who could like murder people with math. It was great. Well, she didn't really murder people. I think she just stopped an elevator or something. I don't know. Continue.
She could murder people.
She could have, but she was a good person.
You minus life equals corpse.
And then they cloned her brain and made her into a Siri console. And they were like, everyone can use this. It's a good show.
Because is that a cape power? The ability to make someone into a
No, the
Siri?
bad guy was trying to make series for everybody. But the bad part
Television
is
series?
imprison the chick. No, Rob.
You got so
Because
disappointed.
there are so many great places to pitch a series right now.
That's true.
Did you guys know about that young lady who stayed at that hotel in L.A. and then they found her body in the water
No, I do not.
tower?
Downtown?
Doesn't sound funny at all.
No, it's not. It's not.
Is this recent?
Are you guys? What's that? Sorry. Lisa Lamb. Like bad. Okay.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, it's not. I mean,
let's all
I
make
was
lamb
stricken
noises.
suddenly with like, okay, well, say her name.
The guy behind you tried his best to make a joke out of it, but there's no jokes to be had.
Are you sure?
no
Wait,
joke
the guy that went bad. I think he was just trying to help. Like,
Yes,
he was like, I'm going to help you.
It was the perfect joke.
Right.
Perfect joke. It was also funny.
Well, so it remains a mystery what happened to her. But did you know about the whole? Have you heard
elevator
of the elevator
situation.
game? I never knew that.
Start from the beginning. I don't know what you're talking about.
Schraub and the Roberts are in the dark.
Yes.
Well, this young lady who stayed at this hotel, which is an ancillary fact, it adds to the spookiness of it that this hotel is.
The downtown hotel.
The one that I can't remember what it's called.
Is it the downtown hotel? I don't know about that. I don't know.
Like apparently Richard Ramirez stayed there, and I don't know, Sherlock Holmes.
To begin with, that joke wouldn't play. But because we always put down the person
Right,
who
because we never say he's eating her out.
Well,
we don't say the prime minister of this is like
That's
obviously
it.
eating her pussy. Like we don't say that.
Right. And then when it's the craziest thing to hear a man talk about how he got a deal on a car or how he got a deal on a house in front of his wife or his girlfriend because
he got fucked.
He'll be like, man, I was supposed to pay $10,000, but I only paid $8,000. I told that motherfucker, suck my dick. Ain't that what I told him, baby? Suck my dick. Suck my dick, baby. Suck my oops. You are a person who sucks my dick. And that's where it fucking starts.
All right.
So if we had handled it, and this is the shittiest thing about shit like that, is that if motherfuckers would just handle their shit, we could go back to telling the full wide range of jokes.
Right.
Like if you weren't racist or sexist or homophobic, the material that we could fuck with would be amazing.
That's the thing. Like in the 70s, it was like shit was getting edgier. Chevy Chase said the N-word to Richard Pryor's face in a sketch on SNL. Right. Like I'm not saying we peaked progressively there. Like that's our goal. So we just want to be able to say the N-word to black people on TV. But we were.
You can say it.
We were. we were more racist by our definitions now, but we were also comedically bolder. It's just like it's different from Sinatra and the Rat Pack like abusing Sammy as if he was not a human being. Like we look at the '60s comedy and Don Rickles said this or that, but then he'd say we all love each other and stuff. Like, but the idea of the experimentation, the fascination, people like saying, look, cards on the table, I don't understand this or that, or that area. I think that's what really scared us comedically, philosophically, and it threatened some kind of deep state.
And it's a money train. Back in the day, it was in the 70s, they monetized talking about race and gender and rape and things like that. Whereas now they sort of were like, we want money, but we don't want money by alienation. So they're more likely to turn out a product that is appeasing to all people that doesn't start any controversy. In the 70s, they were like, there's money and controversy.
I call my girlfriend the N-word constantly.
But does she act like that? I mean,
the lights love that one.
Did we get the lights?
The lights got brighter because that joke was so great.
Did we get the light?
I do want to confess that, and I don't know if I'll stop or not. I have to look within myself, but it's like it's thing. I mean, my girlfriend and I do so much fucked up shit that I could never share, no matter how honest our society got. Like the thing. Remember when the Nazis were in the woods, just running around being Nazis and having like little things, burning things, and like dancing and going like, we ought to be in the city, and like, I'd love to sing higher with more people. Well, you can't. You got to stay in the woods. Jethro Hitler. But, because now they're in the White House, that it's worse, isn't it? That's worse when they're in the White House.
It's pretty bad.
I always go, when I go back to, I grew up in New England. Whenever I go back there, there's bunkers everywhere, like old cement bunkers from World War II, and it always seems so cute. It's like adorable. Like, oh, look, they thought people were going to attack from the sea. No, it's going to be electronically, you fucking dummies.
Pepe the Frog will be the submarine that...
Gonna hack your Amazon account.
Don't you feel bad for that?
Buy some DVDs.
All right. Well, look.
On your
whatever.
tab.
I mean, so there was this guy that was running around with the Nazis too, but he was really just like, he was like a farmer, and like in the 70s, like the farmers got really fucked, and this guy was kind of like he wasn't a big fan of the federal government, and he liked his farming life, and he moved out to the middle of nowhere, and there were Nazis out there, and he kind of made friends with them. And because their cups of sugar were still sweet. They just happened to be Nazis, because there were Nazis there were like feds that were like infiltrating and always trying to like figure out how do we bust these guys. They make us nervous, and so they told this guy it was entrapment. Like they said like, hey, do you think you could saw off some shotguns for us? And he's like, okay, I have a saw. And then they're like, you're under arrest. And he's like, God damn it, no.
This is because I'm a Nazi, right?
This is just because my friends are Nazis, and so he didn't want to go to jail. So then they're like, well, now what are we going to do? He's surrounded by Nazis and has a bunch of sawed-off shotguns. You didn't take the shotguns with you? And so then it just went to fucking shit, because the government was trying to figure out how do you walk in and go, and like there's kids and there's guns, and so they were like creeping around the property all the time for months trying to figure out what to do. And maybe we'll set up a couple more cameras and just watch them a little bit more, and after a while we'll figure out an easy way to do this. And then one time they were creeping around the property and the dog started barking.
Times of the day.
In all the places where you'd want an angel to touch you.
Right.
And in none of the places you don't want an angel to touch
Because
you.
Also the TV show Touched by an Angel didn't even really touch you where you needed to be touched.
This is the thing, is that we continue as a society to separate God from what we are. Spiritually speaking, where are you the most human? It's in the place where you make more humans.
And guess what? You can save time and money each month with a monthly subscription.
Spencer, you're all business. And this guy's not even wearing MeUndies right now.
No, yeah, so 3 times softer than cotton. It gets shipped to your door in these little packages. Speaking of packages, room for yours.
I got one with I got a new package that they got little pandas on them. Like they're cute. And I don't want to get too personal, but my girlfriend loves to really get down there and grab it because it's soft. It's fun for everybody from both sides. I've looked at undies from both sides now.
Every morning I get up and I put on a new pair of underwear, and it's always a special surprise. My girlfriend looks at me at the foot of the bed, and I do a little dance like a 90s Mike Myers kind of thing. And it's a lot of fun, and it's comfortable, and it makes the first moment of my day affirmative.
I actually normally sleep in the nude, guys, if I can be quite honest with you. But sometimes I don't now. I'll leave those MeUndies on because I feel like I'm just being slightly molested by a sexy ghost person.
Don't let the name fool you. They're your undies too.
Yeah, we don't own your undies. This is not our undies. This is your undies.
We're talking about you undies. They might as well be called
undies. I mean, undies starts with a U. Is that 2 on the nose?
You can't spell undies without me.
Go to MeUndies.com/Harmontown, MeUndies.com/Harmontown. And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save money because MeUndies is offering 20% off your first pair. Just use your special URL, MeUndies.com/Harmontown, and get 20% off your first pair of ghost huggers. Spencer, what are you waiting for? Why are you so late to this party?
I'm not ready for a subscription yet, but that's okay because I can still save because MeUndies is offering me 20% off my first pair just using our special URL, MeUndies.com/Harmontown, to get 20% off my first pair. So go ahead. I should revamp my underwear drawer. I deserve it. You're right, Jeff.
I'll say this, Spencer. Dan, you and I, we're going to monitor you, Spencer. We're going to know without even asking, without talking about it, we're going to be able to tell when you're wearing the softest cotton underwears of all times.
It's 3 times softer than cotton.
You mark my words. The next time you see me, I'll have revamped my underwear drawer because I deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Harmontown, MeUndies.com/Harmontown. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/Harmontown. That's MeUndies.com/Harmontown.
Member FDS. Yeah. No, everyone should do that.
I think it's fun.
You want to find out what you look like if your parents had actually fed you vegetables.
Yeah. I also...
I follow a
you
guy
want to find like the better version of you, because if there's there's a better Brandon Johnson out there, like he's fucking successful and he's handsome, and I'm like, I'll kill this dude.
I follow a guy whose first name is Corddry.
Really?
Yeah. Because his parents were a fan of my distant cousins, who was a journalist for the Washington Post back in the 60s, and he asked Ronald Reagan a question once in the 80s, and they were like, yes, he did, and they named him Corddry. His first name is Corddry, so shout out.
One of the guys I follow on Twitter is Dan Garman. and so when things are real bad, like after the election, I'll just check in with him and go, what's going on in your universe? Is it
you're treating it like your parallel
Did Donald Grump get elected? But he's always like, no, it's the same here. My name's just different than yours. Just your fame doesn't make me an object. Anyways, Cody follows a bunch of Cody Hellers, who are all dudes, basically. Cody's more, I guess, skews more of a dude name. But it's just that the only reason that's important is, but all this is just a random video from YouTube. And if you're listening, you'll hear the audio. The video is simply, we'll tell you what the video is, but the audio is where it's at.
Speaking of hearing the audio, we're going to need to plug in that headphone jack.
Good call. Good call, Spencer.
Oh, brother.
Do you follow any Spencers, or are you curious?
No, I think it's a really weird thing to do. Maybe it's because I have a weird name, but yeah.
Are there dicks in this?
No.
Okay. Just asking. I think that's a reasonable question.
Context, yeah.
Yeah,
that's a
I mean, you made it a
reasonable
point to say that Codys are usually men.
Oh yeah, well, but I mean, there's a. It takes place in a karate dojo. This video, so I guess you could say there's like 50 dicks. But so it's just this video that's posted of this guy Cody Heller's YouTube page, and I guess what it is him like I think it's Cody Heller, who I think is maybe a Russian guy or a Polish guy, I don't know, or maybe it's just his karate instructor whose voice you'll hear in a second is Russian or something. He's speaking English, but with this like Eastern European accent to help us build a better feral audio that includes like if representation is your jam or it just like your interests, you know? Are you,
Are you into football? Would you never, for instance, ever buy a football app if it was advertised to you? Is that not helpful to you?
Right. We can tailor make connections between audiences and and advertising.
This survey is going to exactly help out those kinds of issues because we don't know you don't like football.
You can find the survey at feralaudio.com/survey. That's feralaudio.com/survey.
You're helping yourselves.
The Feral Audio survey. You'll float too. Hey, fantasy football fans, listen up. If you love fantasy football, then you need to try my new favorite app, Draft. It's weekly fantasy football, but not like the other guys. On Draft, you play real live snake drafts with other people, just like in your season-long league. Here's how it works. It's a draft that lasts for just 1 week, and there's no management. Just set it and forget it. Once you're done drafting, that's it. No trades, no waiver wire. Draft even takes care of last-minute injuries for you. Drafts start every couple minutes, so you can join one right now. And the best part? Play for cold, hard cash. Drafts start from just $1, so there's a draft for everyone. No salary caps. Play in a real live snake draft, just like you play with your friends in a season-long league. Come and join me on Draft today. Download the app anytime. Just search Draft in your app store and join a game in minutes, or play right from your computer on playdraft.com, whatever you want. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make your first deposit, but you have to use my promo code Harmontown. That's right. Play a real money game for free just for using my promo code Harmontown on your first deposit on Draft. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and come play free with promo code Harmontown. What is fantasy football?
Feral Audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Harmontown, and it is now in session. Please welcome to the stage, Spencer Crittenden. The mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon. I will be guest comptrolling for the lovely, lovely Jeff Davis. I am Brandon Johnson. God bless you.
Thank you, Brandon. How are you?
I'm a little drunk already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got a late start, so we're just up there boozing it up. Sorry, we'll start on time at some point in the future, and if we don't, then we're just late starting on time. Hey, fantasy football fans, listen up. If you love fantasy football, then you need to try my new favorite app, Draft. It's weekly fantasy football, but not like the other guys. On Draft, you play real live snake drafts with other people, just like in your season-long league. Here's how it works. It's a draft that lasts for just 1 week, and there's no management. Just set it and forget it. Once you're done drafting, that's it. No trades, no waiver wire. Draft even takes care of last-minute injuries for you. Drafts start every couple minutes, so you can join one right now. And the best part? Play for cold, hard cash. Drafts start from just $1, so there's a draft for everyone. No salary caps. Play in a real live snake draft, just like you play with your friends in a season-long league. Come and join me on Draft today. Download the app anytime. Just search Draft in your app store and join a game in minutes, or play right from your computer on playdraft.com, whatever you want. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make your first deposit, but you have to use my promo code Harmontown. That's right. Play a real money game for free just for using my promo code Harmontown on your first deposit on Draft. Just search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and come play free with promo code Harmontown. What is fantasy football?
Feral Audio.
is Harmontown, and it is now in session. Please welcome to the stage, Spencer Crittenden. The mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon. I will be guest comptrolling for the lovely, lovely Jeff Davis. I am Brandon Johnson. God bless you.
Thank you, Brandon. How are you?
I'm a little drunk already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got a late start, so we're just up there boozing it up. Sorry, we'll start on time at some point in the future, and if we don't, then we're just late starting on time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have really bad heartburn, and because I just went off of Prilosec, because I went to the doctor. And I said, and he said, like, how are you feeling? And I went to I go in for my little checkup, like they check the liver, check everything, and
just the liver.
Well, mostly the liver. I'm going for the liver.
Yeah.
And because I don't want to. Well, whatever. I know I'm going to get some kind of like cirrhosis or whatever or something, and then people are going to be like, "That's what I just hate that." It's like I'm allowed to drink and then die, like without it being like a. Told you so. Like it's just like fuck you. Like wait, so what if I drink my whole life and then it's my liver that kills me? It's like